I'm live. I'm live. Bitches know they gotta check in with the queen. I'm the alpha, the omega, everything in between. Slot on my knob, like corn on the cob. Check with me and do your job. Rob with Minaj. What's up? We're back. Isn't it Hoodlum today? Hoodlum? I'm about to take my braids out during this live. Where are my scissors? Hi. Monica. Hi, Elevated Goddess. Hi. Hi, Trey. Trey, where do you live again? Hi, Phoenix. Damn, I just had those scissors. Oh, I left them over there on the counter. Hi, Brittany. Yeah, I'm about to take these out. Hi, Remy. I think it's Hoodlum. Hoodlum today, and then the Underworld with Michael Ealy next week. Hi, Alex. Boston, okay. Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while, Phoenix. How are you? Hi. Hi, Divine Wings. I see you. Hi, Michelle's daughter. Hi, Just Nickel. Hi, Roderick. What have you been up to? I'm waiting for my coffee to be done. And my waffles. And I'm also going to have ice cream. Because I still have some ice cream left. Hi, Queen. Bitches know they gotta check in with the queen. I'm the alpha, the omega, everything in between. Hi, Tyrell. Right with Minaj. Getting money and saving. Hi, Clarissa. Oh, well, you got your job. Congratulations. Woo! You just had waffles? I'm like eyeballing my toaster. That's what I'm looking at. Hi, Umi. Oh, there it goes. So, Hoodlum. Hoodlum. We're watching Hoodlum. Hoodlum. John Derek, you cannot. BRB. Hold that thought while I go get my waffles. And get my coffee. Bitches know they gotta check in with the queen. I'm the alpha, the omega, everything in between. Slop on my knob, like corn on the cob. Check in with me and do your job. Hold on, I'm still here. I'll be there in 1 second. All right, I'm back. I got a new mug. You guys want to see my new mug? So I have my waffles and my ice cream. Y'all want to go ahead and talk about this situation before we even start? Because I haven't seen this movie in a while, and I kind of want to pay attention a little bit. So we could go ahead and talk about this situation before we even start while I eat my waffles and my ice cream and drink my coffee out of my new mug. Oh no, my fork fell. Out of my new mug. You guys see it? My new mug. you, Razy Crandom Girl. All right. Hi, Bailey. Oh no, the not situation. The why not both. I was literally just thinking about something you said in a previous video. If they lie, if they steal, they would kill. I got that from a friend. I did find a link that I hope works. I wish. Do y'all know sign language? Does anybody know sign language? I will sign it. That's not funny. Can y'all not do this today? Yeah. Y'all silly. Hoodlum, yeah, Hoodlum. So much happened, Rebecca. So much happened between what, Wednesday, Thursday, and yesterday. I was like, yo. I was talking to my friend. My friend was like, I can't keep up. These celebrities need to fucking chill out. Like, they need to relax. Like, listen, I understand that it's like a new moon, and maybe that has everybody like in their feelings. Damn, did I leave the scissors over there again? But these people need to chill. I still want to understand though how you pop off, but you walk away the one who got beat. Not today, Satan. Thank you, Michelle's daughter, Mar. Thank you. What exactly happened with the tennis thing? I don't know. I just know that other chick was involved. And a ref. Hi, Bree. Thank you, Alex. Motherfuckers act like Cardi can fight. Let the clips tell the tale. She stayed getting beat before fame. I mean, people talk about she ran up on Nicki, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, that's pump faking. Do we really think that she thought she was going to fight Nicki on a red carpet surrounded by all those people and all that security? No, that was a setup. She's pump faking so she could look tough. She knew she wasn't going to be able to put no hands on Nicki. Come on now. It's like if I walk in the police station with the bitch I hate and then act like I'm going to whoop her ass in the police station. I'm obviously not going to whoop her ass in the police station. Come on now. And she know that. It's coffee. Can the Tarot Girls explain September? Because I'm feeling it. Hi, Justin. That lump, though. That lump isn't me. Not on my watch. The umpire took her points away because Serena called him a thief. If Cardi's fighting over people talking about her baby, she needs to fight the whole internet. There's no proof. There was, like, no proof of that. Like, yeah, like, number one, that bitch is way too invested in social media. Cardi B needs to, like, delete all her social media and, like, go outside. Because we talking about, like, Instagram comments, practice. We talking about practice. We talking about some like Instagram comments. So we fighting over like Instagram comments. That's very extra. It's very stupid. No one has fucking given any proof or any receipts that this ever even actually happened. Because people Photoshop and doctor shit up all the time. But even if Nicki did like a damn comment on Instagram, who the fuck cares? Is it really that serious? Like, why are you so invested in social media? Like, and this is the same girl that she be arguing all day long in the comments. She posted her whole Wells Fargo bank statements because people, random strangers on the internet in Instagram comments, talk about something that she didn't buy her car, that she leased it. So she was like, oh, let me post my whole bank statements. Like, bitch, relax. Like, you did just have a baby. We all know this. Like, chill out. Like, why are you so invested in social media and what people think? Like, she's obviously insecure, number one. Number two, there's no proof. There's literally no proof that Nicki even liked the Instagram comment. And I don't understand how liking Instagram comments turned into Nicki said something bad about her baby. And people was really running with that. Well, Nicki said this and that. I'm like, Where is the proof? Like, y'all are just making shit up because you hate Nicki Minaj. That shit is fucking annoying. Like, and once you ask them, well, what specifically did Nicki say about Cardi's baby? Where is the proof of what Nicki said about Cardi's baby? No one can come up with any proof. They can't come up with any receipts. They can't come up with any words that Nicki actually said. They just like, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Not to mention Cardi. There is actual proof of Cardi talking bad about people's kids on the internet, too. Calling people kids monkeys and roaches and all type of stuff. But when Cardi B is out here calling bitches roaches and monkeys, oh, it's Cardi being so real and so genuine and it's fine. But there is a totally unproven rumor of Nicki allegedly liking a comment talking about Cardi's parenting that nobody could prove, and this bitch ready to pop off and fight. That's ridiculous. It's absurd. And people are haters. Like, that's it. They're haters. No. Cardi can't take it. Right. She could dish it out, but she can't take it. Cardi sits on the internet talking bad about people all day, but as soon as you allegedly say something about her, oh, she's fucking crying. And all her fans, oh, Cardi, oh, leave Cardi alone. Leave Cardi alone. Why are you talking so bad? Shut the fuck up. Fuck her. I'm over her. I'm so over her. I'm so over her whole life, her whole career. Beyonce, people brought up Beyonce. People were like, they talked about Blue Ivy so bad. Where were all these defenders? That's how I know people don't really think that Cardi is black. Because nobody defends visible black women this way. I know y'all don't think Cardi is black. Because y'all would not be defending her like this if you really thought she was a black bitch. Stop. Get out of here. Right. Am I lying? No, I'm not. Now, I don't like people with this. They acting up in front of white people. That's not the point. Like, we're not going there. No, that's bullshit. Like, I don't give a fuck that the white people were there or, like, that dumb shit. But, like, the whole situation was ridiculous. Michelle's daughter, you did super chat. I see you. Thank you. Oh, I see. Serena was given a coaching violation. It went downhill from there. You know sign language? You know sign language, Mar? The website that I'm on is, so, tell them. So, tell them. Oh, you said the Cheshire Cat is me? You said that's Seren judging everybody. That's Seren judging everybody from a treetop. You silly. These celebrities acting up. That lump is a meme. Cardi fighting people over talking about her baby. She needs to fight the whole internet. Serena was given a coaching violation and went downhill from there. The Empire was racist. The whole Cardi thing is pretty embarrassing. To run up and get bopped is unacceptable. I felt so bad for Serena. They truly didn't want her to win. If she was really going to fight, she would have walked up to her to talk and popped her. Right. Like, that's the literal definition of pump faking is exactly what Cardi did. She could have walked up. She could have approached Nicki, walked up to her real calm, and popped her in the face. But all that, where you at? Where you at? I'm going to run at you. Like, it's not 9 security guards between us. Bitch, you pump faking. You're faking. You're faking for these cameras, bitch, because you're invested in social media and attention. You clout-chasing fucking whore. Get out of here. And I don't mean whore as in, like, she's fucking a lot of people. Like, this is not a hoe in the sense of having a pussy, but a pussy having no goddamn sense. Try and push me. Like, sit down. Relax. Pump faking. And her stupid ass fans. Oh, Cardi. Sit down, Cardi. Go home. That's because, wait. Hi, Davy Jones Locker. Hi, Chell. That tennis match pissed me off. I'm convinced they're trying to keep... Sorry, I hit the button. That was me. I hit the button because I'm like scrolling. I hit the button by mistake. But yeah, it's like you don't do nothing but complain. How you complaining this much but you do no work? Everybody writes your rhymes for you. All they do is call you into the studio when it's time to lay down the track that somebody else wrote. You have all these endorsements. She talked about some Nicki trying to stop her bag. I was like, how and where? Everywhere I go, I hear the bitch music. I go roller skating, I hear the bitch music. I'm on the cruise, I hear the bitch music. I'm out of the country, I hear the bitch music. I'm watching TV, the bitch's music is on Mountain Dew commercials. How is anybody stopping your bag? That girl has a horrible attitude. Like, she's obviously spoiled and entitled. And if you don't have your nose up her ass, it's a problem. Like, we don't have to all have our nose up your ass, Cardi. Sorry. Cardi can get away with all she does. People are taking it wrong. It's an industry and event. It's literally work. Nicki was so unbothered. If Nicki did what Cardi did, can you imagine the backlash she would receive? She would be all types of fucking ghetto, uncouth hood rat, which I would not think is appropriate. And I don't think it's appropriate that people are really saying that about Cardi either. But just like I'm saying, there's a double standard. Everything, like I said, Cardi sat up there calling people and they kids, black women and they kids, roaches and monkeys and talking all this shit on social media all day. And people love it. Ooh, she's so real and genuine and authentic. But when the shoe was on the other foot, and they think, because there's no proof, they think that somebody says something about her kid. Now all of a sudden his lines are being crossed and this, that, and the third. Cardi could throw a fucking shoe on the Harper's Bazaar red carpet and people love it. If Nicki had thrown a shoe, she would be all type of ghetto black bitch hood rat. That's how I know y'all don't really consider Cardi black. I know! Y'all look at her as some type of spicy fucking non-black Latina bitch. I know. That's the only explanation for these excuses. That's it. That's it. Nobody could change my mind. Oh, it's Benji the mouse. Ebony gave us the update, y'all. Benji was found deceased on my front porch at 8 p.m. by my mother last Sunday. I mean, I would say R.I.P., but we don't like mice. Hi, Real Trini. If she liked the comment, where was this energy at the VMAs when Nicki didn't have security? Umi, bees bake newbies, welcome in, but come correct. Mods don't play. Come on here with that bullshit. Catch a block quick. No coons, trolls, spammers, disrespect, etc. Read the room, then comment. I don't like it. If she really wanted to get close to Nicki and fight her, she wouldn't have ran up like that. She would have walked up calmly and decked her if she really wanted to. Yeah, there's so much happening, Maya. There's like a lot happening. And Drake and Meek made up. This month is crazy. I have a theory that Nicki and Meek are secretly back together, so they had to squash that beef. That beef couldn't keep going. R.I.P. Benji. Exactly, the rules always change for Nicki and the bar is on the floor for Cardi. Cardi was obviously faking for the cameras. How you gonna get bopped in your Kinsey dress? Stop! She used her talking about her child for a reason to fight Nicki. Cardi's whack. If she really had a problem, she could have followed Nicki to the bathroom and squared up. The fuck? Hit me! Hit me! So what happened? I got hit. That's what happened. That Jay-Z quote came so naturally. Oh, I mean, I have a Jay-Z quote for every occasion. If Cardi really wanted smoke, she would have snuck her ass. Her being loud was why security showed up. If Cardi keeps this up, she's gonna run into the wrong person and lose everything. They praise Cardi for the same things they want to punish Nicki for. Cardi could be that caricature of an angry black woman because she's not black. Y'all don't know how long I've been waiting on Seren to go in on Cardi. You didn't see that video I made about her? I did a video on her dumb ass. Am I gone? Am I back? I hit the button. Oh, I think I'm just getting to your comments late. Cardi's one of those girls who popped off at school near the administrators, but not on the block after school. Yes, that's exactly who she is. Cardi is set up gang. She wait till the principal coming around the corner to jump in your face so that you could hit her and you could get in trouble. That is exactly who Cardi is. A setup bitch. And then you have all these people talking about Cardi real, Cardi real, Cardi real. Y'all don't even know what real is. Y'all probably are also fucking setup gang or losers that sit on the internet and never been in a fight in your life. That is Cardi's fan base. People that want to be down but are not, so they think they living vicariously through this bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Setup gang. That's pussy shit. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, I hit the thing. Yeah, Cardi got a Mountain Dew commercial. The commercial is that came through dripping, drip, drip. Came through dripping, and it's like the drip going down the Mountain Dew can. Bitch, who is stopping your bag, you fucking liar? You have endorsements with Amazon, with Mountain Dew. You signing all these deals. You on every song. You have crossover appeal because you're fucking Dominican, so the Spanish people love your shit. Who is stopping your bag, you liar? You stopping your own bag, sitting on the internet, making yourself miserable, reading Instagram comments, you fucking weirdo. Delete your accounts. Cardi B's definitely spoiled. People love to say that Nicki is blocking bags. Cardi's saying it just to say it. You're at Fashion Week, like, why are you mad? The fuck, if I'm at Fashion Week, I'm turning up. Right! I was like, damn, they could give me that bitch fucking invitation next year. Y'all know I'm waiting on my invitation to the Met Gala so I could wear some absurd shit. Like, it's your first time at Fashion Week. Why can't you just have a good time? Like, just have fun. Have a good time. Instead, you causing scenes over alleged liked Instagram comments. Liked Instagram comments that could even be fake. When you talk mad shit about everybody and their moms and dads and kids and everything, but you're going to cause a scene over some supposed liked Instagram comments at your first New York Fashion Week when you could be fucking just having fun. I feel like that's ridiculous. That's silly. The same shit that Nicki is slandered for, Cardi gets applauded for. Cardi gonna pop up in this chat going off. Right! Like, she probably is. With her nosy self. Hi, Priscilla. The thrown heel is on the other foot. Get out of here. Cardi is straight up lying. Nicki didn't do most of the shit she's accusing her of. When Cardi calls black women roaches, they call it humor. Yeah, get out of here. I can't stand people who can't take the same shit they throw out. Hypocrites. Right. If you can't take the heat, bitch, get out the kitchen. We don't fuck with rats. Sorry. Somebody just said people still don't know the difference between nationality, race, and ethnicity. Takira, is that how your name is pronounced? Takira Thomas. Just because she has a Dominican dad and a Trinidadian mom or vice versa does not automatically make her black. Sorry. That's what they mean when they say people don't know the difference between race, nationality, and ethnicity. Dominican and Trinidadian are nationalities, so we can go ahead and start there. If you want to bring ethnicity into it, then that makes her ethnicity Latinx or Hispanic, but I know a lot of people don't like using Hispanic anymore. And also, Trinidad has like a huge Indo population, like at least 50% of their population is Indo. So it's wholly possible completely that, I'm not saying this is true, but I'm just saying, it's wholly possible that Cardi B's Trinidadian mom, I don't know which is which either, so I'm just going off what you left in your comment. It's wholly possible that Cardi B's Trinidadian mom could be Indo and her Dominican father could be white. He could be a white Dominican. that her being Dominican and Trinidadian don't automatically make the bitch black. That's not how it works. And we need to start talking about that shit more, because it's fucking getting irritating now. Because people were saying that same stupid shit about Bruno. I was like, Bruno's not black. Well, all Puerto Ricans are black. Who said that? Anyways. Someone made the video with the text on here yesterday. It happened a while ago, but they brought it back up, what she said about the baby. Cardi, right? Calling somebody's baby that died, calling them a dead monkey. I'm pretty sure if anything was even said about her child, it was not nothing like that. I know there's no bag stopping when her songs are #2 on the Billboard. I saw Drake and Meek made up. I was like, wow, it's about time. Wasn't it only a few months ago that Cardi got ran off the internet by Azealia Banks? Now she's trying to pseudo-fight Nicki. She's truly the goofiest. All smoke, no fire. Yes, 100% goofy. Goofy, goofy. Goofy bitch with a bunch of goofy fucking fans. Goofies. Perfect word. Perfect word. Like, bitch, she did delete her Instagram because she talking about some, oh, Azealia Banks being so mean, this, that, and the third. Bitch could dish it out but can't take it. But then call herself pump fake, running up on somebody. Niggas gonna talk about how she's so real. Shut the fuck up. That's not real. Oh, sending good vibes to your cat. That's not real. To fucking pop off with the principal standing right there so the other person will hit you and get in trouble. Set up gang. That's fucking goofy shit. Cardi took a big L, leaving with a knot after a fight she started. Nicki was not there for that shit at all. After all this, Cardi B will not suffer any real consequences for her behavior because she's not black. Drake whole ass denied his baby didn't get it like this. Hi, Shalise. Cardi gonna be the one to end Cardi's career. Why do any of you care about these bullshit celebrities? Why do you care that we care? We're having a conversation on a nice chill Sunday. Why does that bother you? You could just X out of the whole chat and yet you felt the need to leave a comment. So obviously, you care! Cardi is spoiled and extremely narcissistic. Real recognize real, and Cardi's looking kind of unfamiliar right now. People forgot that blackface real quick. Talk about Kiki. Right, exactly. Drake did whole blackface, and people let that shit go. But when I talk about some, well, Nicki is talking about Cardi's child. Nicki is talking about Cardi's parenting. Well, what did Nicki actually say? Can any of you say what she actually said? No, none of you can, because it's fucking lies and rumors. Y'all let blackface go, but talk about some damn liked Instagram comments? I would respect you all more if you just said you hate Nicki and leave. Cardi the type to taunt you, try to hit your car to get you to fight, and then drive to the police station. The drip going down the Mountain Dew can. Yes, she's corny. Drip, drip. Came through dripping. Drip, drip. Dripping on my Mountain Dew. Drip, drip. Corny. Goofy. Goofy. They're trying to take Nicki out. They're trying to cancel her and are not prospering. Hi, Alexia. She was mad and wanted to pop off. I know she's mad about more shit. She's using her kid as a cop-out. I heard she's in a lot of debt because of a big advancement. Can't get money for herself unless she's touring. Blackface Drake did Jim Crow Couture. Folks are still doing dance challenges for his music. Cardi is pressed and trying to prove a point. She'll lose in the long run. No, they're not. You obviously didn't watch the whole video. So Trinidadians and most Dominicans aren't black now because y'all don't like Cardi. I cannot stand Cardi, but this whole she's not black shit gotta go. You the one that sounds absurd talking about that they're all black just because their nationality is Trinidadian and Dominican, because that's not how it works. You can go look up the demographics of those countries and see it for yourself. I've been to DR, bitch. Have you? I could tell you a lot about the population there. Most of them are not black. That's not true. A lot of people are black. Like I said, a solid 50% of the demographic of Trinidadian is black. But a lot of them, the other half, are Indo. It's the same thing in Guyana. There's like so many fucking Indo, like East Indians in Guyana. It's wild. Like, people don't know. Y'all don't know. You're ignorant. You have all this made up shit in your mind. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. Like, read a book. Learn something. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. It's called the they're called West Indian for a reason. Like, it's not just made up shit. It's like a lot of fucking Indians that came to the West. They mixed with the indigenous populations and the African slaves. There's a lot of Indians in a lot of those countries. They're not all automatically black, and that's the problem. Y'all like handing out black cards like candy, like these people are automatically black. That's not the case. And there's also a shit ton of whites, like racially, like in terms of their racial makeup, Dominicans. And there's also just a lot of non-black POC Dominicans as well. They're not all, I swear to God, niggas learned the word Afro-Latinx, and now you have people that are 1%. They have 1% fucking black ancestry talking about something they black. Get the fuck out of here. No. Get the fuck out of here. No. Cardi ran up because she got a diss track waiting to drop, and in it she says she ran up. Bye, bitch. She could have gotten more bags at New York Fashion Week. That's where deals are made. The real question is, did y'all like what Nicki was wearing? Because I did. I did too. That's that people of color bullshit. Right. Oh, so you trying to say they're not black? That's exactly what I'm saying. They're not all black. No, they're not. Remy tried to co-sign that conspiracy theory about Nicki allegedly sabotaging careers when there's actual proof of whole music labels trying to sabotage Nicki. Yes, girls have gone on record as saying Atlantic is offering deals with a $250,000 bonus to start beef with Nicki, but we mysteriously are Ray Charles to the bullshit when that shit comes out. Nobody wants to talk about how it's a whole label literally trying to stop Nicki's bag, and there's proof of that, receipts. That's interesting. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Cardi is mad because Nicki threw shots at her music. This is rap. Cardi has done the same thing, but she don't understand that it's not personal. She's not an MC. Cardi's mother is Indo-Trini. Yes, as a Trini who actually lives in Trinidad, there's way more Indians and Syrians than blacks. There are also loads of Asians here. Thank you, Bree. And I've been to DR. Thank you. People hear these words and just assume black. And these fucking POC motherfuckers know this. And they run with it. And we just handing out black cards like motherfucking candy. God, have some self-respect, Negroes. Let me screen cap your comment, Bree. Her mom is from Trinidad but isn't black. Trinidadians aren't just black. There are a lot of ethnicities that live there. It's actually the most ethnically diverse country in the Caribbean. Real Trini, 2007. No, Cardi's mom is East Indian. Payola. Since Cardi's all about proving shit to people on social media, she could take a DNA test to prove her ancestry. Just that's what she should do. End this conversation once and for all, bitch. I saw that shit too, Davey. These celebs confuse me. Just go be rich. Why are y'all fighting? She deleted her social media for one day behind Azalea. Azalea was having a field day and she can't handle shit either. They're both sensitive. Watch Cardi will bounce back from something that would destroy a dark-skinned woman's career. Listen, if that had been motherfucking Cash Doll throwing shoes, she would have been all kind of fucking ghetto, ratchet, black bitch with a bad attitude, angry black girl. She would have, if that had been motherfucking The Stallion, she would have been all kind of hood booger ass, black roach, nappy-headed ass. Like, she would have been everything under the sun. But since it's Cardi, they're gonna make all these excuses. Again, that's how I know these people don't really consider her black. I know they don't. They need to just stop lying. They need to just stop lying. Cardi is the type of girl that street niggas be paranoid about. Set up gang. I would never let that bitch be around me. I mean, not that she ever would be around me, but, like, I've known girls just like her. Like, exactly like her. Bitches from Uptown, bitches from the Bronx. Like, they really will set you up. They really will set you up. I know you care. Cardi knows she didn't earn the success in her life, and Payola is responsible for her mediocre music being up on the chart. She could be dropped by her label at any moment and be in major debt. That's probably why she's so obsessed with social media. She's trying to fucking keep her ear to the street so she can know what's going on. Nicki gets no respect. Zoe Saldana playing Nina. It's not far-fetched that they would try to get Bruno to play Prince. I'm over the disrespect for our black legends. Right, and that's because we've been operating under this we all black shit. Like, black Americans, descendants of American chattel slavery specifically, don't have a right to our own fucking history, our own ethnicity, our own stories, our own motherfucking icons. They just get to motherfucking belong to everybody because we're handing out black passes. We're handing out black passes to Indo motherfucking Trinidadians and everybody else. How does a like comment equal she said it? They smoking rocks. Hi, Tim. Seriously, though, what did Nicki actually do after Pink Print? The Nicki hate train was full speed ahead. She continued to win, and people didn't like it. Brittany said, yo, Cardi B is not black. Trini said, real Trini, I live in Trinidad and Tobago. Seren is right. They're not all black. People take any shade of dark skin and automatically classify people as black. If Cardi was black, Offset wouldn't have married her. It's funny because it's true. We claim anybody and everybody, even if they don't want to claim us. I literally saw someone on Twitter saying all Latinx people are black. Get the fuck out of here. And you know what? Most of Cardi's antics I could ignore if she legit had the sauce, but she's a manufactured product. Her lyrics are all ghostwritten, and even then they're third rate. We need to stop. Black should not be interchangeable. Nicki was so unbothered. Cardi would send the cops to retrieve her stolen shoe. Right. She'd throw the shoe and then be like, that black bitch over there stole it. Like, damn, bitch. The co-opting of blackness is in full effect. Say it louder. They are not all black. They're not. And I'm not going to be quiet about it. Oh, I see somebody got blocked. Nicki's a bad bitch and they're hating. Hi, Risol. We're watching Hoodlum. You beat me at blocking again. You gotta tell me your secret. I'm failing as a mod. Whatever she is, she ain't the daughter of American sharecroppers. Niggas want to include all Latinx because they think they will stand up and fight for you. Not true. They want to include all the motherfucking POC, the Asians and everybody. People that have a long-standing history of anti-blackness. Like, people want to bring up motherfucking Dominicans. Like, let's talk about how DR tried to deport all the motherfucking black people out of their country and deport them to Haiti because they themselves said Dominicans are not black and every black person in DR is an illegal immigrant from Haiti. How about we talk about that before y'all start handing out motherfucking black passes to Cardi because she got a Dominican parent? Let's talk about that. All Dominicans are not black. Stop it. Y'all don't even know what you're fucking talking about. Read a goddamn book. You don't even have to read a book, bitch. Your Google ain't broke. The internet, we're on the internet right now. What are y'all talking about? That should be annoying. That should be annoying as fuck. Y'all be having mad opinions, don't know nothing about nothing. Nothing. We did watch Eve's Bayou before. Maybe we could do it again. Like, and that's literally what happens. They tried to deport all the black people that are in DR to Haiti because they were like, Dominicans are not black. there's no such thing as a black Dominican. All these black people in our country are literally illegal immigrants from Haiti, and they need to be deported. But now y'all gonna sit here and be like, since y'all like Cardi, you're gonna sit here and be like, oh, all Dominicans are black, so she's automatically black. Get the fuck out of here. Let me refill my coffee. Y'all just got on my nerves. We better start in a minute. Y'all ignorant. People so ignorant. Damn, I keep forgetting my scissors. Let me get my scissors. I see you, mulatto. I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about, mulatto. I did. I needed a refill on my damn coffee. Y'all know how I feel about uninformed opinions. Like, they're really garbage. They're mad garbage. Like, they're fucking trash. And people be so, like, proudly, like, well, like, shut up. Somebody called me a hood booger for saying non-black people shouldn't be talking about this. Isn't Cardi the one who was stopping Amara La Negra's money after Cardi's sister got angry over Amara bringing up colorism in the Afro-Latinx community? Right. Right, they think that shit is real cute when non-blacks do it. If it had been Nicki doing it, they would have been like, she doesn't respect Fashion Week. Bye, Clarissa. I'm surprised more people don't know that whole labels want Nicki gone. We don't want exclusivity. Hi, thank you. Since we just mixing it up, Queen said, since we just mixing it up, I want Beyonce to play Cher and I want John Legend to play Elton John. People don't realize Nicki has hit the 10-year mark. Most females prior to her fall off, but she's still making hits and debuting in the top 5. They want to get rid of her. Yes. Amara had an interview and she spoke on colorism in the Afro-Latina community, and Cardi and her sister Hennessy got mad, started the whole we all the same shit, we all struggle. Excuse me. Hi, Juwan. I see you. When did ethnicity and race become the same thing? Dominican Republic wishes they could do what Argentina did to all the blacks. The irony is that the majority in DR are mulatto, and they consider mulatto to be separate from that of black. Mestizos are the dominant class in Latin America, and they're the oppressive class. Right. Like, I'm pretty sure in fucking Latin America, like in DR, Cardi B would not even be considered black. She's only considered black here. And I'm damn sure in fucking Trinidad that bitch probably wouldn't be considered black either. She'd probably be considered Indo because she got that Indo look. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. Just Nickel. Armenians are white. Stop it. Hi, Zafuri. Keep handing out nigga passes to any POC that likes a little hip-hop. They will leave our asses in this burning house. Get the fuck out of here. And that's also because people equate being black with struggle. So when you say, like, Armenians aren't black, they be like, Armenians suffered a genocide. How does that make them black? How does that make them black? Where is the correlation? All these brown, mixed, and white people being passed off as POC and black, as someone said earlier, the Jessica Alba effect. Dominicans tried to wipe out their black population. They even imported whites from Europe to breed out blackness. Right. But now people gonna talk about some, just because you don't like Cardi, you're trying to say she's not black. No, bitch, we know history. We know the fucking history of the damn country. We know the demographics. We know the racial and ethnic makeup, bitch. We're informed. Learn something. Armenians are not are not black. We're literally in the Caucasus Mountains. I haven't seen Beloved in a long time. Always ready 24/7. I like your username. I'm tired of Cardi. She's always making jokes about black women. What's T is self-hating Dominicans who come here, fucked up the game for all Afro-Latinx folks. Everybody thought Afro-Latinxes hated themselves. I believed it too until I met a black Panamanian. A lot of the black people from Central America are fucking cool. Like a lot of the Panamanians are real cool. A lot of the black Panamanians are very cool, and I've met quite a few of them because there's a lot of them in Miami. A lot of like the black Nicaraguans are really cool. Like, that's not to say that there are no black Dominicans, because obviously there are. That's not to say that there are no black Trinidadians, because obviously there are. But they're not all black. You can't say that they're all black. You can't just assume that they're all black. That's not true. Like I said, especially considering the history, like that shit with DR trying to deport all the black people, that shit just happened. If not last year, year before. That shit just happened. But now fucking being black is fucking cool and poppin'. I mean, it's always been cool and poppin', but now it's really motherfucking cool and poppin', and niggas finally got this new word, Afro-Latinx. So now they trying to fucking pretend that 2 years ago they wasn't trying to deport their actual black population to Haiti, and now they trying to say they black too. Hell no. You wasn't black when you was deporting niggas to Haiti 2 years ago. And if you wasn't in danger of getting deported to Haiti 2 years ago, you're not a black Dominican. Sit down. Sit. Have a seat. I lived in New York a long time. I'm like a somewhat New Yorker. I'm born and raised in D.C., and then I lived in New York. And I lived uptown. And I lived in Washington Heights. You're not about to lecture me about no damn Dominicans. I know too much about Dominicans. Trust me. People need to look into the individual histories of black Latinx, because, like, some people are sus. I know my family were sharecroppers and slaves. Not everybody is, and it's offensive to people like me. Yeah. Black Panamanians don't play that anti-black shit. They're very proud of their blackness. The thing is, those Latinx folks want to be black so bad, and they do what they can to fit in, and the more tan Latinx get that pass, nah, I'm snatching all black cards. Yeah, fuck out of here. She'd be a Dougla or Red in Trinidad, not black. Seren, I think people need to see video evidence that people in Trinidad and Tobago are not all black. Okay, I gotta go to Trinidad. My homegirl Dana lives there anyway. I gotta go to Trinidad and do a vlog and be like, look, everyone, they're not all black. I hate the whole we are the same BS. It silences those who are really actually hurting. 90% of Dominicans have West African ancestry. Bitch, 100% of humans have African ancestry because all life started in Africa. What's your point? Charlize Theron has 100% African ancestry because the bitch was born in South Africa. What's your fucking point? What's your point? We talking about race. Race. Ho. Cardi would be considered mestizo in DR for sure. It's complicated in Latin America. It depends on your community, culture, and obviously lineage. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. Culture, ethnicity, history, heritage, that shit counts for everybody else except fucking black Americans. Anybody could just come be one of us and just hop on this culture and all of a sudden become black. Get the fuck out of here. Armenians are the actual Caucasians. They're from the Caucasus Mountains. Someone even said Johnny Depp is black because he has a little African ancestry. Right. Like, stop it. Stop. Genocide isn't a racial trait. Cousin Ashley from Fresh Prince is Afro-Panamanian. How long has it been since I cut my hair? 2 years this month, September. Miami. You want to go to Miami? Argentina did the same with this black population. There are black Dominicans, but they're still Dominican. Yeah, and there are black Dominicans. Like I said, they try to kick them all out. Cardi wouldn't have been one of the bitches that fucking got kicked out. That's what I'm saying. It's like people say, oh, Dominicans are all black. I'm like, that's not true. They tried to kick out all the black ones. So obviously they're not all black. And obviously the majority of the ones in power ain't black either. But niggas don't know that. Because they have whole uninformed opinions that they pulled out of the sky, that they made up. After they watched one Cardi B interview. Black is the new black. They running that shit into the ground. Liam Neeson's daughter keeps getting kidnapped. He's black. Right. That's what they try to say about Rachel Dolezal. You guys remember that? They were like, oh, well, you know, she went to a historically black university. Like, she went to Howard, and she took all the classes, and she's doing all the work, working for the NAACP. Why can't we just let her have a pass? Because none of that shit makes the bitch black. Like, what? What are y'all talking about? Struggling doesn't make somebody black. Going through a genocide doesn't make somebody black. Being from a random ass country doesn't make a motherfucking bitch black. Like, none of that shit automatically makes somebody black. We talking about race. And then when we start getting more into fucking culture and ethnicity and nationality, we're talking about something different then too. Come on. People so annoying. Chris Brown could play Bruno Mars. I'm gonna go to Trinidad and visit real Trini. I can't stand how Cardi and her sister represent black women in the face of society. They aren't all black. Monica Style Muse talked about how she's told that she's not Dominican enough because she's black or dark skinned. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. They're also trying to white out the blackness in Brazil. Jackie Chan sprained his ankle. He's my strong black brother. I honestly think racism in Latin America is one of the main reasons why the countries cannot advance. Every time you talk about dark-skinned Dominicans, they'll try to tell you that they're really Haitian. Right, like that is a thing. That is a thing with Dominicans. Like literally, they do not like to claim the black ones. They're just starting to claim it now because now being black is like cool, like in like mainstream pop culture, and like being a black protester and an activist and shit like that is like cool. So you have people that's trying to claim it now, but like they was really trying to say that all the black Dominicans were not real Dominicans, that they were Haitian, and that there's no such thing as a black Dominican. Not all skinfolk are kinfolk. These people are not automatically our allies. There's actual court records of Armenians immigrating here and requesting to be white, so legally Armenians are white. I'm confusion where someone would say Armenians are black. It's not just how black Latinx look. They need to learn about racial history in Latin America. The Spanish valued cultural assimilation. There's even light-skinned black Latinx who don't consider themselves black. I'm about to start Hoodlum because we already been talking for an hour, so I'm just going to start and let it play. I want to go to TNT for Carnival in 2020. Well, that's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to plan a trip, group trip? Yes, girl, let's go to South Trinidad and play Find a Black. It's hard. Thank you. And that's Bree95, who said she's from Trinidad. And she just said herself, let's go to South Trinidad and play Find a Black. It's hard. But y'all want to talk about some, oh yeah, Cardi's automatically black because her mom is Trinidadian. Like, just because the bitch mom is Trinidadian don't automatically make her black. It's a lot of Indo-Trinidad. And Guyanese. I first noticed it with the Guyanese. Because it's like a lot of Indo-Guyanese. Like, they're not black at all. A lot of them. In a world impoverished by the Great Depression, the single largest business in Harlem is an illegal lottery known as The Numbers. For many, a winning number slip is the only chance to put food on the table. The undisputed leader of the Harlem numbers is Madam Queen, who has run this multi-million-dollar business quietly and peacefully for over a decade. Notorious gangster Dutch Schultz has defied the wishes of his partner and decided it's time to share in the profits. There's only one obstacle in the path of destruction. His name is Ellsworth Bumpy Johnson. Why are you watching Hoodlum? What type of question is that? Why am I reading it like SVU? For fun and entertainment purposes only. Look at Larry. Alfred Woodard is gonna play Barbara Walters. Y'all are hilarious. We're gonna take a Bees Bait group trip. They tried to genocide blacks in almost every South American country. South America is where a lot of Nazis fled to. Uruguay was created as an all-white haven, and it's right under Argentina. Ben Affleck is getting roasted for his portrayal of Batman. There you go. He's black. If you adopt Catholic values, straighten your hair, and shit on black and Indian people, you could be considered mestizo in Latin America. Dave Matthews is South African as well. He's black, y'all. He's black. I remember that too when my sister wanted to go to DR for vacay. I was like, that fucking country will never get my tourism dollars. DR put black folk in concentration camps. That's what it was. Yeah, but now we're saying all Dominicans aren't black just because we have some fucking underlying scheme against Cardi. Goofy. 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 I don't even consider white South Africans to be African. They're just Dutch leftovers. Ben Affleck's parents were allegedly slave traders and owners of slaves. In my anthropology class, we talked about this, and the whole class thought she was black. I had to gather everyone quick. Somebody said one time that part of what we talk about during Bees Big is like contemporary anthropology. I've been to the Dominican-Haitian border. The DR opens its border so Haitians could shop at the market. On our day from the market, they had armed guards making sure Haitians didn't cross over. Do you think that black Americans are ashamed to be black Americans? I think a lot of us are. Because it's like, under this whole Pan-Africanism shit, we're raised to think that we're not shit, which I've said before. Like, we're raised to believe we're not shit, that we're not like by our parents specifically, because like my mom obviously didn't raise me that way, but like the dominant, you know, if you're gonna be pro-black, whatever, the dominant pro-black ideology was this Pan-Africanism shit. Not shit, I like, no disrespect to Marcus Garvey, which I always say because I have a lot of respect for Marcus Garvey, and I kind of understand the ideology. Like, I understand what they thought was going to happen, but what they thought was going to happen did not happen. And we ended up sort of getting raised under this ideology that says that we're not shit, that we are descended from slaves, and we should be ashamed of that because slaves are nothing, and they're no one, and we have no culture, and we have no home, and we're a lost tribe, and we need to go back to Africa, and we need to reconnect, and we need to do this, and we need to do that, like as if we're nothing. Like as if we're nothing. So a lot of people are raised with that mindset and that belief system, and they're ashamed. They are ashamed to be black Americans. They're ashamed to be the descendants of American chattel slavery because the whole ideology revolves around us not being shit. And then that's why people hate us so much when you are proud. Because it's like, where's your fucking shame? You're supposed to be ashamed. You're supposed to be on your feet fucking, you know, sucking me off because I know where I come from, quote unquote, and you don't. This nigga. And I'm going to start selecting white on my job applications because we're all mixed, right? As someone who... Oh, yeah, Real Trini and Bree, you guys both live in Trinidad. As someone who went to school in South Trinidad, I could count all the blacks in my school. I was one of 10 in my year group out of 115 students. Now, see, yet again, Bree lives in Trinidad. Out of 115 students, she was one of 10 black kids. But these fucking I'm going to use Indo-Trinidadians as an example. They're going to come here and they'll say, I'm Trinidadian. People going to just assume that they're black. They're going to let them get away with all type of shit. But I bet you money when they enter into certain spaces, double dipping, they could then say, oh no, I'm not black. I'm Indo. I'm Trinidadian, but I'm not black. I'm sure Cardi B has been in spaces where she said she's not black. Get the fuck out of here. Come on. Like, double dipping. And we let them. And we happily say that it's fine. Well, she's Trinidadian. I'm tired of you guys saying that she's not black. We have a Trinidadian right here saying in her class she was one of only 10 real black kids. Come on. It's 2018. Let's grow up. Like, let's get into some contemporary fucking race ideology. Instead of this shit from the fucking pre-civil rights era that does not benefit us. Trying to put my ass in jail for tax evasion. Chris Brown could play Bruno Mars. There's no such thing as transracial. You know, transracial is actually a word that already had a meaning that bitch tried to motherfucking co-opt. Transracial is when, it's like an adoption where the kid is a different race from the parents. That is transracial. When you have a child that's like a different race, or like a family member that's a different race. That is what transracial means. That bitch tried to co-opt. She tried to ride the motherfucking transgender movement and co-opt that shit. Being an African citizen doesn't even make you black. White people invade everywhere. She's a black spurt with a black scent, so let's give them a pass. No, that's not how it works. Michael Phelps suffers from depression and anxiety. He's a black Olympian. Right. They really equate suffering and troubles and trials and tribulations with being black. So they be acting like, I too have suffered. Like, bitch, what? When the Haitians rebelled, they killed all the white people and mixed as well. Yes, pay me some never minds. Ah! You know how the queen is. She already don't like me. Will you let a man accomplish his business, please? She put her skirt over the man's head. When the Haitians rebelled, they killed all the white people and mixed as well as the indigenous because they knew that everybody who wasn't black played a part in their oppression. And y'all know I like Haitians. I ride with Haitians. Rachel really had that documentary on Netflix. Yeah, that I was in without my consent. But we're not even gonna go there. Yes, I went to the most prestigious school in the Caribbean. Top CXC examinations every year. The school is 97% Indian. There is no such thing as black by association. Thank you, Just Nickel. Haitians will spill all the tea on Dominicans. Haitians really did that. They encouraged race mixing in Brazil to get rid of the darkness. Yes, somebody sent me some really interesting fucking studies on that I was reading. How that shit really was, like, actively encouraged. People be acting like race mixing is going to solve the problem of racism. But that shit rests on the idea that, like, the blackness is the problem. Not that the racism is the problem. That the blackness is the problem. So it's like, well, to get rid of racism, we're just going to get rid of blackness. We're just going to, like, mix all y'all up so nobody's black anymore so we don't have to deal with racism. Like, no, how about you deal with being fucking racist, bitch? LL Cool J go play Daddy Yankee. Right, bitch. Can we be white adjacent? Oh, wait. No, that shit only works one way, doesn't it? France never recovered from that bankruptcy. Haiti is poor and underdeveloped out of European spite. Aren't Dominicans still beating Haitians at the DR-Haiti border? Literally saw a documentary about that, and it's recent. Group trip to Trinidad. Let's go. A lot of Guyanese are East Indian. Look at this man. Speaking of SVU, wasn't he on SVU? Call an East Indian and Trinidad a Guyanese and see what happens. And that's another part of it. That's just like call a Dominican a Mexican and see what happens. Call them Puerto Rican and see what happens. Because Dominicans, especially the ones in New York, think they're better than Puerto Ricans. Because you have that whole New Yorican thing. Like, a lot of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans in New York, especially, like I just said, they have beef. So it's like, call a fucking Dominican or Puerto Rican and watch them want to beat your ass. Like, call a fucking East Indian and Trinidad or Guyanese and see what happens. Everybody is allowed to have their own ethnicity and their own shit except us. But when we say, well, you're not Black American, bitch, stop acting like you are. That's not cool. That's not cool. Chung Chung. I knew you since you were selling shit piss needle beer in the Bronx. Motherfucking negro como. Ay, coño. Pow! Shot his ass in the throat. Talking all that shit. Yeah, but those same Indo-Trinis will come to America and try to play the black card. I like this outfit. Where Brittany said, where we going? We're going to Trinidad, Brittany. We're not watching Hoodlum for any reason that has to do with the conversation. It was suggested months ago, and we're watching it just because. I mean, it does apply to the conversation, but that's not why we're watching it. My thing is, when Cardi B acts up, they don't say Dominicans know how to act. They say blacks can't go nowhere. That's true. Cardi B is putting on blackface. Janet Jackson could play Lady Gaga. Sierra could play Madonna, since we're just switching it up. I knew a Trini girl in high school who looked black in my mind because of her features. She quickly checked me by saying she wasn't black, she was Trini. She was Indo-Trini. Right. They only become black when it's motherfucking convenient. And we let them. Corny. Alright, see you, just Nickel. These people have their own beautiful cultures. I don't understand why they don't put it on Front Street. We're the most lied to. Let me tell you, if Cardi had to work in corporate America in New York City, she would put on a white act. She would be just like all the rest of these Hispanics in the Bronx. Also, Cardi's mother is not allowed to talk because if y'all hear her speak with that damn Dominican accent, there will be a problem. She has showed no Trini family members. Right, because they're probably all Indian. It's probably not one of them that's black. She's fronting. She has showed no Trini family members. Notice her mom's mouth is kept shut. They probably white Dominican and Indo-Trini with a nice black scent. Solange will play Kelly Clarkson. Hi, Naquan. Solange as Kelly Clarkson would be amazing. Pan-Africanism says we are lost, and all the accomplishments of descendants of American chattel slavery belong to all black people. Fuck out of here. I'm a DACS, and I grew up in a black household. Black parents eating black food, watching black movies, idolizing black celebrities, and my parents grew up around HBCUs. Right. That's what I keep saying. We can't be nothing but what we are. Fuck all this double dipping. Because then people be like, well, why do you want to gatekeep, bitch? Because I am the gatekeeper, bitch. That's why. Because I can't be nothing but what I am behind this gate. So back off, bitch. That's my culture and I'm proud. Look at these finger waves. This is my damn culture. I can't mix and mingle. I got love for Africa, but I'm not African American. Is Barack Obama DACS? No, his mom is a white bitch from Kansas and his dad is a fucking immigrant from Kenya. He's not a DACS. He's black. He's not a DACS. No, he's not. And that's just a fact. Like, DACS means descendant of American chattel slavery. Obama's father is Kenyan and his mother is a white lady from Kansas. So, is he a DACS? The very simple answer to that question is no, negative. And that's also why a lot of people say, now I'm not agreeing with this, but this is also why a lot of people say that they feel like Obama doesn't care about black Americans. They think he cares more about immigrants because his father is a fucking immigrant. So he cares more about them because he's not one of us. Now, y'all can hash that out how y'all want in the comments. Queen. Bitches know they gotta check in with the queen. You believe it, Davey? Let me go back. Still can't say no to you, eh? Ah, look at Queen! Look at Queen! Look at another queen! Girl, I had a dream last night that a big old crawfish jumped off the plate and bit me. Doesn't it mean something when you dream about fish? I love Queen Latifah. I think she's so beautiful. Every time we watch movies with her in it, I just be like, God, she is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Loretta Devine. Woman, I bet your gas smells sweet as flowers in the springtime. Don't you try to get on my good graces. Pregnant and mean somebody's pregnant. You know what? I hate crawfish. There go Vanessa Williams. Fish mean pregnancy. Look at these outfits. Who did the costumes? I know y'all could Google. Who did the costumes? Google, y'all. Google. Ooh, and I drag you by that mouth-wide collar and drop you in the gutter. A roast. A roast. Ew, it's still just as funky as a fat man's drawers. That's pretty funky. What do you do for people, numbers man? You're telling the truth. I remember I started understanding Black America's role in the Black diaspora, and then I would show my pride among Black immigrants, and they would shun me. Cardi is the typical Dominican hood Bronx chick. She has no connection to trendy culture. Cardi B has said in reference to dating Black men, I date outside my race. So that means she doesn't consider herself Black, obviously. Amos and Andy. Folks don't know that the United States invested a lot of time and resources to disconnect us from our African heritage. Our ancestors thought to combat that with Pan-Africanism, but we got to update. Obama isn't DACS. I feel like he got a pass because he was the first Black president and because his wife is Michelle and she's DACS. Barack Obama's dad is Kenyan and his mom is white. He is not DACS. Black American pride makes people uncomfortable. Somebody else, Barack Obama's father is from Kenya. He is not a DOACS. He's not a descendant of American chattel slavery. He's not. Do we think that assisted him in becoming president? Yes. I think it did. Too many majority Black cultures are not Pan-African. They're not taught unity, just nationalism. I agree. Somebody else said that too. Somebody else have a comment that was like, I'm continental African and most of us don't even think about race because where we're from, everyone is Black. So we don't come here. They were like, I'm going to tell you the truth. Like, so we don't come here and think about helping other black people because we're already used to being around a lot of black people. We look at ethnicity and nationality. I was like, that's what motherfucking black Americans got to start doing, because that's what everybody else is doing. My friend is Trini. Her mother honestly told her that she married a non-black man to get further in life. She was deeply saddened by her country to the point that her mom felt there was no choice. I always thought that was interesting. She's obviously white around a predominantly black family, her and her brothers. Who are we talking about? Obama's African dad was a deadbeat. He came to the USA, got some white woman pregnant, and said bye. And yet they want to talk about our culture. My household was open, but primarily black and idolized blackness. That's my personal experience, said Monica, who's a DACS. Black American pride needs to be stronger across the country. If more black Americans were actually proud, we wouldn't have so many damn intruders. Yes. And we also just still idolize, we hate ourselves. We have all this internalized anti-blackness. We idolize white people and non-black persons of color being up in our shit because it makes us feel special and important. Because we hate ourselves. Black people being in our own shit, black Americans being in our own shit is not enough. So when you have a non-black person of color that wants to be in it, when you have a white person that wants to be in it, when you have an African that we already think is better than us because they know where they came from that wants to be in it, we feel flattered because we already feel like we're not shit. Looking for outside validation, that shit is a disease. I don't have that problem. I love me some Loretta Devine. Whites versus blacks. Yeah, they fucking put some clips in my videos talking about Rachel Dolezal and her bitch ass documentary on Netflix. And yeah, that's exactly why people always steal YouTube content claiming it's public domain. Yup, because I emailed their PR and that's exactly what they said. Well, once you upload it to YouTube, it becomes public domain as long as they don't use more than a minute of uncut footage. That's why when you watch shit where people are using like video clips, it's like never more than a minute of continuous footage. People call Bill Clinton the first black president because he was raised by a single mom and smoked weed. Yeah, you know, and he liked jazz. He played the trumpet and shit. Yet again, we're associating these certain characteristics like struggle. Like, oh, he struggled. He was raised by a single mom and smoked weed. He's black like us. Just because somebody struggled don't make them black. What? Cardi is contradictory because she says she's black and then says she isn't in multiple different interviews. Seren and other YouTubers were on that trash Netflix documentary without their consent. They used their clips. Yeah. How come Haitians, Jamaicans, etc. aren't told to go back to Africa and build Africa? Only us DACS are told that. Because they try to say that America is not our country because it's majority white. Even though the black people in the Caribbean are in the Caribbean for the exact same reason that we're in the United States. Those are majority black countries. So they're like, okay, fine, y'all can have it. But those niggers can't have America. They need to leave and come back to Africa. Got me fucked up. Listen, trying to convince interracial couples that butterscotch babies will not fix racism is a whole job. It's a full-time job with no benefits. Because that's really what that mindset rests on. The idea that the blackness is the problem, not the racism. We're going to mix up to get rid of the racism. So you're going to get rid of the racism by getting rid of the blackness. How is that even considered something appropriate to say? Well, you can't judge a book with just one look. Dominicans hate Puerto Ricans. I've seen that shit before. Princess Nakia calls herself a black, brown, Puerto Rican mulatto who celebrates her European, indigenous, and African roots. What? I don't know, people ride hard for her, but I can't get into her because, yeah, she strikes me as a Kalani type. you know, one of them multiracial, let's just all get along because we all gonna be mixed up in 10 years anyway, bitches. But then she could be like, well, but I'm black when it's convenient, you know, and I want to say the N-word and I want to talk about black power and ride this black activism wave. Double dipping. What I find crazy was that I low-key wondered why they didn't invite Kelly Price to the funeral because she used to sing backup for Aretha. Those Indo-Trinis will come to America and try to play the black card. There were so many black artists they could have invited to perform at Aretha's funeral. The heavyset Dominican actress. What's her name? I want to say Daya, but I know her real name is not Daya. The heavyset Dominican actress on Orange is the New Black told Larry King she considered herself black. Thought that was interesting. She didn't identify as Hispanic. Yes, Indians don't like that shit at all, especially if you confuse them with the West Indian Indos. Princess Nokia is a lot. Let's start there. Right, like, let's start there. Bill Duke did an amazing job with this film. Impressive. Queen, aren't you the one that suggested it? I'm not playing, Monica. We're watching Hoodlum. Why you gotta involve yourself in numbers? That's how it be. When you talking to a nigga that you could tell is a good nigga, but he involved in some bad shit, you just be like, why are you doing that shit? You don't have to. I disagree. There are colored doctors, colored lawyers, colored accountants, writers, musicians. You could do any one of those. Write a little poetry. So cute. What part? They just finished their date. He's telling her his little poem. 28 exactly. I'm at 28 exactly. Do you want me to pause it? 28, I just paused it. I'm at 28:03. I'm at 28:03. 28:03. I just paused it. So pause it. Queen says she recommended Hoodlum 2 whole months ago. Um, 28:03. Their date just finished. They're standing outside. They're talking in the rain. Y'all ready? I'm gonna play it. Play. Folks in the Taino community check Princess Nokia. People were pissed about Farrakhan being at Aretha's funeral, but I love that he was there on stage. We grew up with Christians, Muslim witnesses, all in one family, and it's never a problem. I am the gatekeeper. It's my gate, so of course I'm the gatekeeper. Yeah, exactly. And I even feel like when people say that, it's just even more example of, like, the lack of respect. Like, what makes you the gatekeeper? Why do you think you could be the gatekeeper? Bitch, what makes you think I can't be the gatekeeper, ho? Move. These niggas. Amanda Seales said that. She was like, why do black Americans feel like they own the black experience when only black Americans can truly speak to the black American experience? Right, like, isn't that ridiculous? A ridiculous thing to say? Why do black Americans feel like they can speak on the black American experience? Why do they think they're the gatekeepers of their own experience and their culture and their history and their heritage? Where do they get off? Who the fuck do they think they are? That'd be like me saying, where do these fucking Nigerians get off talking about Jollof and Jesus? What gives them the right? People would look at me like I lost my fucking mind. That's just only appropriate to say to descendants of American chattel slavery because nobody respects us. Look at this outfit Cicely Tyson got on. What's so hard about accepting your lane? Damn. You're not lying, Seren. Obama was hard about DACA. His investment in us is very safe and surface level. This was a star-studded cast. Yeah. My mom looks just like Queen Latifah. My dad looks like a knockoff Michael Jordan. I grew up with black celebrities. You're funny, Monica. I love Loretta Devine. Hi, Soybeans. I'm late. I see you, the hello randomness. I see you. I just took my braids out. I just took them out. I had them for like 3 weeks, a month. Richard Bruno. Richard Bruno. I knew y'all would Google it. Richard Bruno. Thank you. Uh-oh. It's a setup! It's a setup! Setup, gang. Speaking of setups. Queen Latifah is from Newark, right? She most likely won't agree with your anti-black immigrant stance. Now, who said I'm anti-black immigrants? Who said that? If that's what you're getting out of this conversation, we might as well ban you right now. Like, I hate when people do that. Like, y'all love to flatten out a conversation. Like, we're having a conversation about the nuances and differences in ethnicity, nationality, and race, which we've been talking about for a long time. And how everybody thinks they could just be black Americans because they don't respect us. And that turned into our anti-black immigrant stance. How about we say you have an anti-black American stance, bitch, so why you even here? Ray S. talking to you. They having a shootout in the middle of Harlem. He just blew that whole truck up. Like, and y'all look right. And they just love throwing these words out here. Love throwing these words out here. Like, I'm live. I can see what you're saying. I can reply to you in real time. Like, it's a real problem. Hi, Alexia. They just killed all these people. We watching Hoodlum. But I'm about to pause it. They just had the shootout. I just paused it at 33:29. 33:29. Right, and what does Newark have to do with that? You do know that Newark is 98% descendants of American chattel slavery, right? They said Queen Latifah is from Newark, so they don't think that she would be okay with my quote-unquote anti-black immigrant stance. Number one, I don't have an anti-black immigrant stance. Number two, yeah, what does that have to do with Newark? What does that have to do with Queen Latifah? I'm talking to you, Ray S. Like, you got a lot to say. I've been noticing your little bullshit-ass comments, so I'm talking to you directly. You got something to say? Go ahead, say it. We're waiting. Well, we're waiting. I paused the movie and everything. We're waiting. We're waiting. For a person to call you anti-immigrant is the straw man's fallacy that reduce your argument to seem smarter than they actually are and not address your points. Like, yeah, I know exactly what I'm saying. And I've also said several times, like a million times. I literally said it so many times that people started leaving comments talking about, why are you saying like the same thing over and over? That I'm not against fucking anybody. I'm talking about respect for black Americans. How does me wanting respect for black Americans turn into some type of... Right! Electra! Asking for respect is anti-immigrant. Wow. Electra, thank you. How does asking for respect turn into anti-immigrant? We're fucking waiting. Ray S, we're waiting. And look, don't got nothing to say. I paused the movie and everything so I won't even miss your comment. We're waiting. Michelle's daughter, we're waiting. And don't have nothing to say. Asking for respect. That's how they really feel. That's how they really feel. We're not allowed no respect. And Ray was just here at 12:36 p.m. Last comment. So I know you still watching. Or if you're not watching, you a pussy. Because you talking a whole lot of smack. A lot of smack. A lot of smack. I'm addressing you directly. Now you don't have nothing to say. Where? Where are you? There. Newark has a significant black immigrant population. What does that have to do with what you said about me, quote unquote, being anti-black immigrant because I want black Americans to have our respect? I can read. Can you answer the fucking question? Can you speak English, bitch? What does me asking for respect for black Americans have to do with anything that's anti-black immigrant? No, don't block the bitch. Don't block the bitch. I can read, bitch. Can you fucking speak English, whore? Can you speak English? Because I'm waiting, bitch. I'm waiting. You wrote me some motherfucking nonsense. Some nonsense. Newark has a significant black immigrant population. What does that have to do with me saying that black Americans need our respect, bitch? Waiting. Still waiting. Still waiting. Still waiting. Still waiting. Ask me, can I read? Bitch, can you fucking speak English? Because I'm still waiting, whore. Still waiting. Still waiting. I'm watching the comments. I'm still waiting. We live. There, thank you, Raisy Crandom girl. People be fucking forgetting. Like, we're live. I can address you right now in real time, bitch. What you gotta say? Don't worry, I'll wait. Look, and what was the last motherfucking comment? Oh, bitch, you speak English and now got nothing to say. And now got nothing to say. Got nothing to say. Waiting. What is the problem with black Americans wanting our respect? Yes, asking for respect equals hate now. Let's play, is it a black immigrant or is it a white person? Thank you. They just talking shit. Newark is about that BA gang life. I'm from Newark, born and raised, trust. I'm talking about you, Ray. Talking about that I have anti-black immigrant sentiment. That's what you said. How does me asking for black American respect translate into anti-black immigrant sentiment, bitch? I'm not cherry picking responses, bitch. The fucking responses are right there in black and white. We can all see them. Liar. Gaslighter. Gaslighter. We are all right here reading the shit. You thought I wasn't going to see your little bullshit snarky ass comments. I see your little comments, bitch. And you still haven't addressed it. So do you speak English? Do you speak English? You need me to motherfucking sign it for you, bitch? Because I could write it to you in some motherfucking sign language, ho. W-H-A-T what? I-S is M-Y my A-N-T-I anti B-L-A-C-K black I-M-M-I-G-R-A-N-T immigrant S-E-N-T-I-M-E-N-T sentiment, bitch. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Because I asked for respect for black Americans? What is it? We still waiting, cunt. We're waiting. We're waiting. Still waiting. And don't got nothing to say. And don't got nothing to say. Waiting. Still waiting. Thank you, Trey. Still waiting. Crickets. 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 Oh, block. Block. Gave you lots of time. Block, bitch. Pussy. Pussy. I block you myself. Gotta scroll up because the bitch hasn't commented in 10 minutes. Bye. Scary. Block. Oh, somebody already blocked your bitch ass. Real Trini got it. Anyways, 38 minutes, 29 seconds. They think they slick. They think they slick. They think they slick. They try to slide shit in, little slick shit in there. Nah, you're not about to run with no false narrative about me, ho. No thanks. Especially not here on my channel. We've been doing Beast Bake for how many years? 3 years? Y'all know me. Fuck out of here. I'm from Newark. Immigrants try to come and take over, not happening. DOS voices are strong in Newark. One of my best friends is from Newark. What the fuck are you even talking about? Like, right. Ray thought he was being clever and funny. Then when got addressed, got real stupid. Right, we sat there for 15 minutes. The only response that we got was, I'm still here. Okay, bitch, you here, but can't answer a question. They funny. They funny. And we having a perfectly fine conversation about respect. Like, respect. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about no anti-anybody or anything. We're talking about respect. They're sitting there in these bloody clothes. I know I'm a DACS specifically because of how they try to erase or disregard my mother's line. Oh, Dasha, that's her name. Yeah, Dasha Polanco. Yeah, that's it. Person swimming naked. War spills downtown. Non-black people of color are racist. People still are shocked by that. As Black Americans, we can only rely on ourselves. The problem is we don't believe in ourselves. Richard Bruno is the costume designer, queen. I don't have a system, but the last system that I had was an Xbox. This dude has bitches just swimming laps naked in the pool for his own entertainment. I don't have a system, but the last system I had was an Xbox. I seen that new Spider-Man game coming out, though. Indo-Trinidadians consume so much Black American culture because they want to be black and cool. And they can't be black and cool here because they can't whine or dance the dance hall. We are in the belly of the beast daily. Most blacks outside of the U.S. mostly see people of their own color outside of the black British community. Newark, New Jersey is out of the U.S. now. Seren is not anti-black immigrant. She's anti-bullshit. Come on. What does Newark have to do with that? You do know that Newark is 98% DACS. I remember people saying that Asians invaded Jamaica. I should have looked into it. For a person to call you anti-immigrant, it's a straw man fallacy, which is what I said in my very first video. I said I'm talking about differences within the diaspora in terms of ethnicity and nationality. I was like, and I even said in my very first We're Different video, I was like, and I know already people are going to call me xenophobic, even though I say several times, hashtag not all foreign blacks, and I also say several times, no disrespect to Marcus Garvey or Pan-Africanism, because I understand the ideology, but it's not working. It's being used as an umbrella term to shit on Black Americans and disrespect us and co-opt our cultural capital and erase us. And we need our respect. And that turned into exactly what I said. People taking pages out the white fucking people handbook to deflect and project. And this person just tried to do it in the comments too. I've been on YouTube way too long. Get the fuck out of here. You can't fucking confuse me, bitch. White people are worse than you are. Trust me. They've been fucking around on this channel for years. I'm having a complicated issue with Black Americans having kids with other Black ethnicities. It's like the kids they have completely wash out their Black American parent, said Elevated Goddess. I definitely think that the other ethnicity has an impact and an influence on the kid. Asking for respect is anti-immigrant. Wow. Right, thank you. What? Come on now. It's because they think we don't deserve respect. Just like when they say the whole thing about who do you think you are to gatekeep Black American culture. They don't think we deserve respect. Like I said, then that's just the way that we're all raised. That's the way that everybody, for so long, for all these years, decades and decades, under this idea of Pan-Africanism that says that descendants of American chattel slavery ain't shit. That we not shit, we don't have no culture, we don't have no history, we don't have our own ethnicity. Everything we do is up for grabs by everybody, especially other Black people. That our whole Black identity is tied to suffering and oppression, which is why the first thing they like to say is, well, we've suffered too, we're Black. We've been called nigger too, we're Black. Why are you trying to exclude us? They think that's what our whole life is as Black Americans, is suffering and oppression. That we don't belong anywhere, that we're lost, that we don't deserve respect. And when you say back off and respect us, that becomes anti-immigrant. Y'all are anti-Black American is the motherfucking goddamn T. Everybody hates Black Americans. Foreigners hate us because we're American, and everybody else hates us because we're Black. We have no allies anywhere. In terms of collectives. Individuals are a different story, but collectively, people have a problem with us. If they give you respect, they'll be on the same level as you. They can't have that. This country has policies for immigrants coming here. Black immigrants don't hire natives of this country. The anti-Black runs in Black immigrants too. She's assuming that because we live in a predominantly white country that this somehow affects our sense of pride and identity. Everyone who likes to spew random conversation, derailing bullshit, this y'all time to shine. Right, and they didn't have nothing to say. They had nothing to say. They had nothing to say. I'm from Newark, and Newark doesn't care about immigrants. I just don't understand the audacity of these people. Oh yeah, I took my braids out. Calling Seren xenophobic for being just as tribal as some of these other groups of Black people is corny. Right, they have whole fucking, again, flags in their bio, and they'll be quick to let you know. They have fucking all type of whatever they are, nationality and shit in their bio. But if you put Black American in your bio and say you not one of us, it becomes a motherfucking problem. Y'all are xenophobic here towards us in our own country, and don't nobody want to admit it. These people benefit from anti-Blackness and white supremacy, so they're intent to uphold it. Ray pulled out the Saltine Handbook for Dummies. Hi, Ashley. I see you, Ashley Harris. Yes, asking for respect equals hate now. Let's play, is it a Black immigrant or is it a white person? They're just talking shit. Newark is about that BA gang life. I'm from Newark, born and raised, trust. Ray talked shit, then disappeared. Tell him respect the ring. Christmas! I'm so mad you missed Moonwalker last week. We also have ASL interpreters in the chat if you're having issues with English now. You make no sense. Please exit the premises. Right, come on. Seren turned into another one. They do it to themselves. They do. Our upliftment is their downfall. Exactly. Exactly. Same mindset as white people. When you have privilege over a group, you don't want to see that group come up and get a little bit of power. Black Americans are really the only ones that be wanting to see power for everybody. Like, we are really quite literally the only ones that want to dismantle the whole system and see power for everybody. Nobody else is on that wave. Everybody else is just trying to get power for themselves, their own group. We're the only ones. You the bullshitter. What's wrong with respecting black Americans? Like, they so extra. They made me sign. They made me do it. Umi, let me copy paste the PSA again. Come on. Shooketh. Lesson learned. He said we were bullshitting, saying uplifting ourselves is their downfall. No coonery will be tolerated. He ran out. In all realness, what's the deal? Black Americans are saddled with this idea of inclusion for everyone who doesn't reciprocate it. I'm from Newark. Immigrants try to come and take over. It's not happening. DOS voices are strong in Newark. Yeah. People from Jersey don't play. Ray really thought he was being clever and funny. Then when he got addressed, he got real stupid. Hi, the girl who watches a lot of YouTube. I see you. We get shamed for having boundaries. They think the comment section isn't watching wrong. I think that's a part of it, too. People be used to just saying whatever in the comments. Because they sometimes try that shit on regular videos, too. And I be having to say, like, bitch, I moderate comments. Like, I'm going to see your dumbass comment. I'm going to see it. I read every comment. Even in fucking Beast Bait. That's why I get behind. Because I read every comment. You're not just going to come say whatever. They love to discredit black thought. We waited and rain never came. They're just mad because we're supposed to be ashamed of being American. But people like Ray online, yeah, that's true, Zafari. People choose to hear what they want to hear. Oh, Ebony, I did. My feet were in it. I learned 2 things today. Cartier ain't black and Seren with the bullshit. Y'all want something from the store? You funny. He fled. Them sitting in their room all bloody and shocked like a painting. Yeah, that was a good scene. If we could just get the white man out of our brain, the things we could do. I agree. Colonized minds. These people have colonized minds. Wildness. Tim is a little tipsy. Now everybody in the club getting tipsy. They're oppressed with our nationality, then come here and expect us to mule for their cause while not supporting us in the midst of degrading us. Ah! Look at the hating-ass bald nigga from Drumline. Every time I see him, that's all I think. That's hating-ass Sean. Bald ass. Sean is even bald here. How long has this man been bald? I think he's been bald since he was a child. The truth could be painful. They need to deal with it. What happened to you, James Brown? Oh. I've seen half DACS full black kids claim their other black side. They just say, I'm Jamaican. Bye, Neffy. It's like reverse psychology. It's gaslighting and projection. Everything that they're doing to you, they accuse you of doing. That is projection and gaslighting 101. Them tricks don't work on me. Like, I've been to therapy. Like, I know these fucking tactics. Francine. My best friend's mother's named Francine. They're mad because we survived. We're not supposed to be where we're at. They never have anything to say when their thoughts and opinions are recycling from their online circle jerks. Yes, remember I said that before too. I can always tell when a popular blogger or somebody said something. Because I get like a whole bunch of commenters that leave the exact same comment, like word for word. I'll be like, oh, somebody popular must have said this. Because y'all are all repeating the same thing. And it's funny because, like I said, I see all the comments because I moderate comments. It'd be a whole bunch of comments saying all the same thing from, like, different people. And I'd be like, oh, y'all all must listen to the same podcast. Or y'all all must, like, watch the same person. Pan-Africanism relies on the condition that black Americans accept their would-be Africanity. And that's for black Americans to decide as individuals what they see themselves as. Some will, some won't. Yeah, I agree with that. Hi, Nikki. My dad's parents were Trinity immigrants, and they were always respectful of Black Americans. But my dad's friends are always telling me that I'm Trini and that's it. Like, don't tell me who I am, ho. Vanessa Williams is stressing over you, Larry Fishburne. I have a Jamaican coworker who will talk down on BAs but will code switch into Black American slang to seem down. BAs are sleeping giants. We're too nice. Same with how these CAs copy everything from Black culture and their music, movies, art, etc., but they want to continuously insult Black Americans. We've been socialized to think about everyone before us. Yes, I agree, Razy Cranium Girl. I agree with you. And when you stop, it's like people cannot grasp it. It's like they're like, what? It's just like when you don't move out of the way for a white person on the sidewalk, and they'd be so shocked. They'd be like, this bitch didn't move. No, bitch, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. I'm not moving for anybody. I'm not moving for a white person. I'm not moving for a non-Black person of color. I'm not moving for a foreign Black. I'm not moving. I'm standing right here. I'm not putting nobody on my back and carrying them anywhere. Like, I'm not moving. The same Jamaican coworker said LeBron James isn't a real Black American because his life has been on the straight and narrow. I have to check him quick. Again, yeah, like they associate being a Black American with like struggle and strife and negativity. So they think if they've experienced anything negative, they're one of us. But all the good positive things is not us. That's something else. That's anti-Blackness. That's racism and internalized anti-Blackness. They have colonized minds towards us. They're like fucking agents. They're like white people in disguise. But I could look at a white person and know a white person ain't shit and have zero expectations and know they're going to be racist and not fuck with them. These people front like they one of us, but they really one of them. Woo! Silencer. I love guns with silencers. Sleeping giants is the perfect term. This isn't even our final form. BAs are expected to fight for everyone, yet no one will fight for us. No white, non-Black, or non-DACS person should be getting affirmative action. I saw y'all talking about reparations. Boy, if reparations ever came, boy, the 3% Afro-Latinx would be in line. The foreign Blacks whose parents just got here 10 years ago would be in line. Everybody would be in line. And they would be telling the actual descendants of American chattel slavery to get to the motherfucking back. They'd be telling us to get to the back of the bus. Woo! He stabbed him. Takes a lot to stab somebody. Somebody said, do you guys think Black Americans can reach their peak without the help of the Black diaspora? Like, can it be a solo thing? And Just Nika replied, Black Americans already accomplished a lot without the help of other Black diasporas, so it's possible. Like, we've been here alone in the belly of the beast for a long time. That shit is funny when people say that. Like, bitch, we got out of slavery without your help. We got in slavery with your help, though, didn't we? But y'all want to talk about what could be accomplished? I mean, like, I prefer, which I've talked about in videos, which I know people have not watched the full fucking Black Americans fucking playlist, because there's 8 videos on this now where we even talk about solutions. And I am going to do a whole video on solutions because people are not watching. People are not watching. I know I'm going to have to make a video literally called Solutions for people to watch. But the point is, for everybody to embrace our differences and use that to empower the diaspora on a global level. That's the whole point. Instead of just pretending we're all the same and everybody coming to America to fight over limited resources here. That's the point. Woo! And that's what William's trying to get that gun. Get that gun, girl. Well, they have knives and axes, pickaxes and shit. Oh, he died. Ride or die. She shot him. Twice. Shoot him again. That's a big white dude. Shoot him again. Hi, Jaren. You did super chat. Thank you. He was born bald. She don't even want to let go of that gun. She killed him. His nickname was Baldwin. African Americans are an ethnicity defined by our lineage, heritage, and history as descendants of West Africans forced into this country, not by phenotype or race. This ain't no look, it's a lineage. 1619 to 2018. Jaren with the super chat. I didn't mind the term POC till I saw people trying to equate struggle to blackness. Can we stop equating POC to black? That shit irks me. The entitlement to our culture is real. The irony is saying we gatekeep when they hate black Americans wearing dashikis or some shit. But that's because they think their culture is real and ours is fake. Oh, you know, they put Daughters of the Dust on one of these. Might have been Netflix, or I saw it. I saw it somewhere. I was like, oh, we should watch it, because they fucking finally put it on one of these services. Look at the cops beating him. Hey, what the hell wrong with you coppers? He put a gun on Loretta Devine. I feel so much pride and power when I don't move. Hi, Queen Yvonne. You're not late. Well, I mean, you are late, but you're not too late. The colonized mind is real. The civil rights movement set this up. We now have confusion. Yes, I agree. If you guys have not seen my video on integration, please watch it, because I talk about this a lot in my video on integration. How people had like their hearts were in the right place, but it didn't turn out correctly. And I feel the same way about Pan-Africanism. And now we're getting into intent versus impact, which I also have a video on. People's hearts be in the right place, the intentions be good, but the impact is not fine. Like the intent behind saying, like, oh, we're all black, we're all the same. It's probably good, but the impact is fucking up black Americans. So if you really are on some pro-black shit, instead of denying it and being an asshole, you should fucking consider something else. It's not that hard. You dig? White people would be in line for reparations if we're being serious. POC has been used so much that people can't even call black people what they are, black. They want to be PC about it and say person of color. And black is like a bad word. Like, because nobody wants to admit to their internalized anti-blackness and racism. POC just sounds more politically correct. You can talk about struggle and be a POC and nicely sidestep around anti-blackness. I told y'all I filmed a car video where I was going off. I was like ranting. I filmed it in like March. I just never uploaded it. I'll upload it tomorrow or something. There's a lot of baldies in this movie. Yeah! By being smart. I really like Lawrence Fishburne's haircut in this movie. Facts. They say you black Americans don't own the black American experience. How, Sway? How? How? The fuck you mean we don't own our own experience, girl? Bye. If we do get reparations, they better do us like they do the Native Americans, make you actually prove your ancestry before you get anything. Reparations must happen. And remember, it's literally only been 150 years since we've been free, and we've done all this for ourselves. I think it's definitely possible. Right, they don't respect us. They think we're lazy. They really think we're lazy and don't work and don't do anything and that we need them. Like, bitch, we've been here a long time doing shit by ourselves. You have a colonized mind, so you believe what white people told you, that we don't know how to do shit, that we need help for everything. But we did a lot of shit without anybody. No one. And nobody did shit for us yet. The UN watching us getting treated like shit, getting locked up at rates that violate human rights. The whole world just watches. That was like when they were talking about the fucking immigrant kids getting put in cages, and people were making this like big deal. And I remember reading something where somebody was like, well, black American kids get thrown in cages too, and it's called prison, and nobody cares. And I was just like, happy birthday, Argentina. Come on, Mr. Johnson, you can trust me. Come on, Sean, with your bald head. You better not frog up on me, boy. You better not feel froggy and jump, nigga. Over 200 years, we got colleges and businesses without the diaspora. This shit is brutal. All the strides we made have been solo. Continental Africans need to be asking the EU for reparations. I think it's easy for black Americans to prove direct ancestry to slaves brought to the South and East Coast. The difficulty is clarifying if someone who is half DACS, half other, should get it. If they have DACS, give them half a check. If the reparation is going to be $1,000, I'm just making up a number. If the reparation is going to be $1,000, okay, you have DACS. You could get 5. That's it, though. Sellout African nations owe me too. Whoo! Well, they really having a war with the white people. It's on Netflix, alright. I saw you, Raise the Cranium Girl. Each country should establish its own reparation policies. Look, Vanessa Williams, she about that life now. She fucking killed that white dude. She about that life. Daughters of the Dust is a good film. Government failed integration. I see somebody got blocked. Integration was a trap, as you said. It was benign neglect. People didn't unlearn the internalized anti-blackness. The intent of the Pan-African mindset is what I clung to as a child because I was always in white-dominated spaces. Now that I'm older, I'm seeing things more clearly. Yeah, it's like a beautiful intent. It's a beautiful intent. But the impact is resulting in the erasure of black... They killed Sean. But the impact is resulting in the erasure of DACS and the commodification of our culture and the use of our cultural capital for other types of people to get ahead, using the system of racism, white supremacy against us, and double dipping, pretending to be us when it's convenient, pretending to be other when it's convenient, using this we all black Pan-Africanism umbrella. The impact is not what's up. Nice coffee. Your book chapter on integration was my favorite. Thank you, Trey. Okay. Segregation would have worked, but white people didn't mind their business. Right. We was chilling. We was chilling. Chilling. Because people always say, do you want to go back to segregation? And I always say to them, the problem wasn't segregation. The problem was fucking white people that could not leave black people alone. Black people was living in our own communities. We had our own businesses. We was our own schools. We was chilling. Like, white people had to come and light our fucking communities on fire and kill people and rape people because they the ones with the problem. And they're still the ones with the problem to this day. And the integration did not solve the problem. The problem is white people. Failed social experiment. People use we're all black to exercise anti-black tribalism, in my opinion. If you have not watched my integration video, please watch it. And yes, I have a chapter on it in my book too. The plantations were integrated. Right. Plantations had whites and blacks living together. Like, that shit wasn't the problem. Like, white people the problem. They've been the problem and they're still the problem. None of this has changed that they are the damn problem. You don't send children into the belly of the beast to integrate schools. You start with administration. U.S. government did integration all wrong. That's why it looks like a failure. B, if you haven't seen my video on integration, I would encourage you to watch it because we talk about this in depth. We were actually never integrated. We were assimilated. Because the real issues were never dealt with. They just picked us up and moved us into white spaces, which is really ridiculous if you fucking think about it. And nobody talked about how it wasn't a two-way street, which I also talk about in my video. They picked up black people and moved them into white spaces under the assumption that the white spaces were just automatically better. So if you have a school that's a black school that employs black teachers and teaches black students, and now you just pick them up and move them into a white school, that's all those teachers and administrators without jobs now. It should have been a two-way street. It should have been, if they're going to move people, some of us move over there, some of them move over here. Improve all the conditions of all the schools. Don't just operate under the assumption that the white man's ice is colder and then go get us some motherfucking white ice. It was all wrong. It was all wrong. The mindset was wrong from jump. But like I said, I talk about it in depth in my video on integration. So if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's an oldie but a goodie. I am at... Oh, wait. They're eating the ice cream. I'm at I just paused it. I'm at 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 58 seconds, Queen. They're in the ice cream parlor. 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 58 seconds. I just paused. I'm going to keep it paused for a minute. Let me see if I could catch up a bit on the comments while it's paused. I don't think I'm that far behind. Let me see. Southerners experienced 100 years of Jim Crow and peonage. When black people were dependent on ourselves, we were good. Now we're at the bottom because we're trying to be nice. My friend said that it was like, if you really look at the numbers, like shit was actually better for us during segregation. Like more black people were employed. Like putting us together with them was bad for us. It was bad for our communities. My friend was like, prior to integration, we might have been at 0, but now we're in the negatives, just trying to get back to 0. I was like, that shit's true. Seren, I'm done half in checks. Most of what we have has been done without the diaspora. I can never understand what Pan-Africanists want. Unity never existed, i.e. the reason we were sold into slavery. They still fight each other in Africa today, full of corruption. They can keep the money and take the 40 acres and push to not have to pay property tax on it. what would be the cutoff if someone who is white passing but has a DACA black great grandfather? Should they get something? What's the percentage of a black great grandfather? 10%. All right, bitch, you could have $5. Like 150 years, please. We had Black Wall Street within 50 years, and white people had to bomb that shit to get rid of it. Black Americans are magic for real. Right, that's why it's always funny to me when people be like, well, what do Black Americans think they can accomplish without the diaspora? What do Black Americans think they can accomplish without white allies? Bitch, have you looked at our history? Have you looked, again, like I keep saying, they don't know who we are. They don't know who we are. They have no idea who we are. They have no idea our history, our culture, our ethnicity, our heritage, our accomplishments, nothing. They have no idea who the fuck we are and what we have accomplished. They think we just lazy and haven't done shit because they suffer from colonized minds. They believe all this propaganda about us. Even fuck, like, because people say that shit about white people all the time too. Like, well, we need white allies because what are we going to accomplish without them? Like, look at everything we accomplished prior to integration with zero white help because it was prior to integration. Like, look at everything we accomplished with no amounts of white people helping us. Look at everything we accomplished with no amounts of any type of fucking aid from the diaspora. Because prior to the civil rights movement, there weren't even a lot of black immigrants here. There were very few. Like, we accomplished a lot. Like, people think we didn't do nothing. They have no idea who we are. They think we're nothing. They think we're no one. They don't respect us. People better check our credentials. Right. Who the fuck do you think I is? Like, we don't need no allies. We never have. Thank you. Like, we did a lot. Like, Hidden Figures. Half of the black Americans that I talk about in Hidden Figures, they was accomplishing shit prior to the fucking civil rights movement and prior to integration. And, like, one of the main people that was involved in the fucking invention of chemotherapy was a black woman that was working on fucking mustard gas shit during World War II. Like, come on. Integration was not good for us. They really don't understand. I mean, our entire population was illiterate for centuries, and we alone became a literate people in only 40 years. No other people have done that fast. HBCUs were created by our government and churches. They have no idea who we are, but they've been mimicking black American culture. What BAs did in history is undeniable. I'm starting to believe it's not ignorance, but jealousy and envy. They're not blind. Right, like going back to that original comment that even started this portion of the conversation. Like, well, do you think that black Americans can accomplish anything without the diaspora? When have we had the diaspora? You know, like, well, what do you guys think that black people can accomplish without white allies? When have we ever, like, had, like, white people as a collective on our side? Like, even the introduction of, like, the Civil Rights Act was because niggas themselves filmed themselves getting their asses beat and put the pressure on the president. Wasn't because of no motherfucking white allies. Like, but we don't know our history, which is also part of it. Bye, Electro. Niggas don't know we don't know our history. Which is deliberate. You know what? Play. I'm playing the movie. 105.58. Don't start anything. Oh boy. Here we go. He better cause a scene over these almonds. Look at everybody leaving. Look at everybody leaving the ice cream shop. He better cause a scene. He pulled down the cover and everything. You don't have to cause a scene over these almonds, bro. The larger problem is there are way more coons, be it in Americas, Africa, Europe, etc., than there are people who think about Pan-Africanism on any meaningful level, so it's an inevitable clusterfuck. Maldistribution of wealth from the institution of slavery is what we should have asked for during civil rights. Woo! He slapped that man. He didn't even punch him. He slapped him. He open hand slapped him over an almond. When black people were dependent on ourselves, we were good. Now we're at the bottom because we're trying to be nice. Making him eat the ice cream. Die, motherfucker! Say it ain't so. When referring to myself, and other black Americans, I used to say African Americans as a child. I didn't understand why I did so, or why the word black was such a forbidden word and an expletive almost. Yes, and it still is, which is why people are riding with this POC shit so hard. Black is like a bad word. Right, my husband is a quarter DACS and I'm full. I should get more money and benefits than him. I don't think the diaspora is properly educated on what BAs went through and go through, and I think most BAs don't realize the extent to which African nations have been tampered with. It's about education. There was never black unity. That's why we ended up in America in the first place. You don't get to identify as 100% DACS and hustle your way into your $1,000, right? Nah, no way. So whatever your percentage is, so if we have to go back to a grandparent or a great-grandparent or a great-great-great-grandparent, whatever your percentage is, bitch, that's your percentage of the motherfucking cut. Bitch, you 5% black? Okay, ho, you get 5% of a check. Here, have your 50 cents. Enjoy it. Buy yourself something nice. You know how much money that is? Separate but equal. The separate part wasn't the problem. The equal part was. Oh, you watched the video. Shani watched the video or read the book. Shani did. Pan-African, really? We can't go to their country and buy land and property, but they could come here and get loans. It's messed up. Suppose BAs had gone full segregation. How does that work without having links to either the islands or Africa? What makes you think that we need links to the islands or Africa? We were fully segregated. What are you talking about? Full segregation happens. And what? You seem confused. You are confusion. You think we can't do nothing. It's poison. If we'd really, look at this man's hand shaking. If we'd really got into reparations or leaning towards removing power from white people, then we'd really see some divisiveness. It's like when a business tries a new business model, and then when they see over a period of time the impact of that business model failed, they pull it and try a new model or go back to one that works. Oh my God, Davey! You know, did you watch the video? Because I used that exact same example. I literally used that same exact example. I was like, if Black America was a business, and you looked at the numbers, the employment rates, the education rates, the incarceration rates, prior to fucking integration versus after, bitch, we was in the black before, now we in the red, bitch. Our business is failing. Woo, you did. You know he did. Black Wall Street, white people burned it down over jealousy. Thanks for continuing and making the Hidden Figures. Since I became an aunt, I've been saving so many resources and books for her. So thanks. You're welcome, Nikki, and congratulations on becoming an aunt. It's like Venom, we were eaten by the beast. People are expecting us to use a failed business model. Do up, do up, do up, do up, do up, do up. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Letters from a Birmingham jail. To be honest, I thought $49.99 was $50. My bad, I'm doing paperwork. Thank you, Jaren. That 1 cent is fine. As a daughter of African immigrants born in the U.S., I'd love to believe that black is black, but continental Africans really are so damaging to the causes of BAs unless they prove themselves. Just Nickel, I see what you said the same thing as me. What do you mean? We were fully segregated before. They are confusion. They are confusion. Jamaica and other people are asking for reparations now, but when BAs do it, it's an issue. Right. Now, I can't say, oh, give me some Jamaican reparations. People would look at me like I lost my mind. But if I said, fine, y'all cannot ask for Black American reparations, they would be like, why are you trying to gatekeep and kick us out? Why do y'all think y'all control the Black American culture? Why you think this? Why you think that? No respect. No respect. No respect. No respect. Martin Luther King Jr. realized he fucked up and said he walked his people into a burning house. It was better for us then. Marriage rates were better. Yeah, everything was better. Our problem was not... Our problem was white people. That was really our problem. And they're still our fucking problem. Like, us being integrated did not end our problem with them. It's a real easy concept to grasp, but people can accept that DACS went through a much different struggle than blacks in other countries. They don't want to accept that because then that would mean accepting that they are different from us. They can't leech off us anymore. Nobody wants that. I also like how Seren said blacks were assimilated and not integrated because that shit is so damn true. We don't need no allies. We've never had any. I think that penny was YouTube's cut or the processing fee. Yeah, it probably was. Not that I care, but how far could whites have gotten on their own without worrying about what we're doing? They're too distracted. What BAs did in history is undeniable. I read this one. Starting to believe it's not... Woo! Cut the man finger off. It's not ignorance, but jealousy and envy. No guns in here. Outside. Not in the Cotton Club. And who's the one acting up? The white person. They have no idea who we are, but they stay mimicking Black American culture. HBCUs were created by government. Oh, I read that one. Why are people so angry? They so mad. Everybody's so mad at Black Americans. Everybody's so mad. I wonder if Martin Luther King was still alive, would he feel like integration was a win? He was already feeling like that shit was a mistake towards the end of his life, which is why they killed him. Because he was starting to become more radical. He was also starting to become much more vocally against capitalism. Like, he started to be just much more radical in general. Like, against integration, against capitalism. He started speaking out about how those things were problems. And then he had to go. They was like, oh, nah. Get this nigger out of here. Just focus on doing your work and helping other DACS. We could really only rely on each other. Message. Hi, Clem G. These people don't know anything about BAs. In my opinion, BAs have accomplished far more than any other group in a short space of time. Oh, thank you, Queen. Queen said my video on integration was so informative. Robert Smalls, a former slave who served as a legislator during Reconstruction, is the reason we have free compulsory education in America now. It's not a point of can Black Americans accomplish things, that's a given. It's a point of sustaining those accomplishments in a white country without the backing of other Black states. We've never had the backing of Black states. We have literally never had the backing of other black states. So what makes you think that, like, I don't understand. I'm not understanding your point. I'm sorry. I'm not understanding your point. Like, we, for example, fought for immigration laws that even allowed black people from other black nations to even be here. Right? Why are we the ones that need the backing of other black states just because y'all black states are majority black? That makes y'all better than us? What am I misunderstanding? What am I not catching? Seriously. And I'm being dead ass serious. Like, black Americans have never had anybody's support. I don't understand. Which just makes the shit that we've accomplished even wilder, considering we are a minority in a majority white fucking country that does not have the support of anybody and has historically, you know, in terms of history and context, never had that support. So what are you talking about, the sustainability? I'm confused. Like, I'm confused. I was just talking about this with somebody else. Somebody was like, oh, we need them because we're the minority. I was like, well, do you guys know how many people live in America? Like, the United States is a huge fucking country. And 13% of the population is like 50 million black Americans. Like, it's like 50 million of us. That's a lot. It's not like 3 of us. You know, like, I'm confused. I am confusion. I am confusion. I do want to respond. DACS not needing other blacks. Why is that so radical? It's because we live in America. They cannot understand. Like, they cannot grasp. My point was, let's say BAs had progressed segregation and separated from white America. What's stopping white people from coming and killing BAs, e.g. Black Wall Street? Block. Not you. The person under you. Well, black people always protected ourselves. I have a whole video on community patrolling that I advise everyone to watch if you haven't watched it. But historically, we could not call the police. We could not call anybody. So we had our own community patrols. We were some of the first people to even own guns, fight for gun rights and shit like that, because we had to protect ourselves from white people. We never had the backing of anyone. So I just don't understand, what is your point supposed to be about us needing the backing of anyone? We never had the backing of anyone. We always protected ourselves, which is why we're even still here right now, why we're not all dead, because we always protected ourselves. We didn't have any backing of anyone. We built our communities and our businesses on our own. And we actually did flourish and thrive. White people did come and light shit on fire and fucking try to kill us, but they obviously didn't fucking kill all of us or destroy all of us, because we did protect ourselves. They just decided to go in the direction of integration, which not everybody was even behind, because a lot of people were fucking separatists and wanted to remain separate. So anyway, all of this is hypothetical, but in terms of hypotheticals, I think that if we had remained separated, we would have been perfectly fucking fine. I think we would have been perfectly fine. I don't think we would have needed the backing of anyone, because historically we never had anyone's backing. We always protected ourselves and built our own communities and protected our own communities and looked out for each other until integration happened. That was what really fucked us up and fucked us over. And a part of integration in the civil rights movement was the passing of immigration laws that loosened shit up. I'm not understanding why you think that us sustaining our own communities by ourselves is impossible. Why do you think that that's impossible? Look at him poking Loretta Devine in the face. This white dude is a motherfucking sociopath, bitch. Bloods and Crips are offsprings of the Black Panthers. Right. Razy Crandall Girl said this movie is rough. Right. People talking about, don't we need links and ties to Africa and the Caribbean? Like, niggas in Africa and the Caribbean can't even get their own shit together. So how are we talking about them providing support to us? And I'm not even saying that to be mean, but like, I'm not understanding what is the logic here. What is the logic that just the poor Black Americans, because we in a majority white country, we need them? I'm not understanding the logic. Damn, kill Loretta Devine. And a lot of people from other Black countries are coming here. Most of them aren't bothering to fix their own countries. They flee here. How would they help us? Right, like you think just literally just because they're in a majority Black country that gives them some type of one up over us. How? Like, niggas being a majority Black country and can't even get their own shit together. They looking to us here. But you talk about can we sustain our communities without them? What am I missing? What am I missing besides the assumption that poor, lost Black Americans need them? Like, I'm too logical for this rhetoric. Y'all know I hate rhetoric. I hate rhetoric. Shit that doesn't make sense. Let me scroll back up. Let's not talk about how we paved the way for the diaspora to have as easy a time over here as they do. All immigrants, regardless of race. So really, it's like, what the fuck would y'all accomplish without us? Right. What would y'all accomplish without us? You talk about we need y'all. What would y'all accomplish without us? Why do you think we need y'all? I think this is set. Somebody said, what year is this set? It started off in the 20s, but I think we're up into the late 30s now, maybe even early 40s. I think we're in the late 30s now. Where was I? We stopped applying pressure. We were too traumatized by all that death of the 50s and 60s. I'm going to go watch. Oh, you haven't seen it, Brittany? Yeah, I'm going to go watch her integration video as soon as we leave Bees Bake. Haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure she's preaching facts. That's like probably my favorite video that I've ever done. And people hated that video so much. Oh my God, you're against integration? That's just like saying you worship the devil or something. Saying you a separatist. How would there be a need for that? How would segregation hinder creating those links? You can't argue with people who think they're here because of the kindness of white Americans. This thing between you and Mr. Johnson has gone way past bedtime. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. Brittany, you goofy. And I'm blackity black. And I'm black, y'all. If you're not DACS, why would you want to take reparations? Because all black people have struggled. And we are all the same. So we are all entitled to the Black American experience and reparations. Why are you trying to gatekeep reparations? Why are you trying to keep your fellow black person down? That's exactly what they would say. And you'd be like, but you didn't experience any of the issues of being a descendant of American chattel slavery, nor did you build anything in this country. Why are you anti-black immigrant? That's what they would say. I think we have to think about it politically. You have a nation of black Americans surrounded by racist whites. Unless they have international links, what's to stop Tulsa 1921 from happening? Why would international links save us? International links haven't saved us thus far. The whole point is that internationally, foreign blacks don't even like us. You're naive. Like, what would international links do for us? What have they done for us? I'm really, like, being dead serious. Like, foreign blacks be liking white people more than us. Like, y'all really think just because we live in America, like, I don't know. I'm not even going to say that. Let me not even say that. What link do most DACS have to Africa now? Right. Like, what are you talking about? We did have links to the Caribbean. Those folks back then knew what it was. They didn't play that. You are confusion. Calling us African American was a purposeful effort that white people implemented to separate black people from their American identity and any claim we have to Americanness. Long live the king. Guess you're the king now. That's why these Dems want open borders. They can't rely on black America like that, so they got to import them. In the end, black America losers, we're screwed. Man, I'll be a Yankee, Akata, etc. Right, like, let's just use Akata as an example. We talk about international links. They have a whole slur word made up for us. International links? I'll be a Yankee, Akata, etc. as long as you still where you at and don't come to America off our benefits. We read the letters from Birmingham jail in English in my 11th grade year. My white teacher tried to dismiss that part where MLK regretted integration. Look at Lawrence Fishburne acting out on Vanessa Williams. You go to hell. Run, Vanessa Williams, run! Do y'all break bread with enemies? Thank you. Hi, Dominique. I see you. We don't need allies. We need strategy. You got to look at the data that tells the story of a whole group. We're down bad. It will only get worse. Look at home ownership levels in black America. It's similar to that of the 30s. We've been regressing ever since integration. That shit wasn't good for us at all. It's not good. It's not good. Every single group in this country that has been allied with us, when they got on, they left us for white supremacy. We should be saying fuck everybody, but all we're saying is respect our culture. It's wild. How would you best fight to give AA spots? Full disclosure, I'm AA, and I think that we should get priority in admissions and other affirmative action like programs and resources. It's wild how administrators at elite universities are terrified to disaggregate black students into our respective ethnicities in admissions and other programs. Because that shit works for everybody except black Americans. They come over here and be like, ooh, yeah, let me fulfill your black quota at your school that has a black quota because of racism against the descendants of American chattel slavery, which this black person whose parents just came here 8 years ago has never experienced, but now they get to benefit off of it because, woo, we all black. Woo! Woo! I'm tired of marching. Martin Luther King Jr. nearing the end of his life. Hi, Michelle's daughter. Message for the week, day, month, year. Message. We need to focus on each other. BAs. DACS not needing other blacks. Why is that so radical? Hoodlum showed me how much racism is integrated into the collective of this country. Everything Lawrence tried to do on every turn, white racism was there, and the judicial system, police everywhere. Salesman tactics. They're trying to give us something we never needed or had. We don't believe you. You need more people. I think that black and POC immigrants believe that there are opportunities in this country because of the Constitution or some shit, not because black Americans fought for opportunities for everybody. Right, like black Americans do more fighting for other people than anybody does for us, but then we get more shit accomplished for other people, but then other people want to talk about, well, black Americans need this and that. Ho, what? What? You're only here because of us, but want to talk about how we need you? You hustling backwards. Examples of black protective forces that were later criminalized: Crips, Bloods, Black Panthers. That guy got, what did he say, Real Trinity? I see you blocked him. Your vid on integration is one of my faves. Thank you, Ivy God. Why he got blocked? What he said? Also, which black-dominated nation is powerful enough to back blacks and non-black dominated nations? You're talking about making these links, but who are we linking to? Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, black people in other majority black nations can't even get their own shit together. But they want to fucking lecture us about what we need to do, how we need them. Practice? We talking about practice? Practice. Practice? Alex was like, I want to see where he's going with this. Unfortunately, all other black states don't got their shit together, which is also part of the point of what I'm saying about the we're different shit. Like, instead of everybody coming here yet again fighting over limited resources here in America, niggas need to get their shit together everywhere and create motherfucking global black strongholds for everybody. Then maybe this theory of bad bitches link up, black people linking up all over would make some more goddamn sense. But you're not about to sit here and lecture black Americans that have done more for everyone than anyone has done for us about how we need y'all just solely because you live in a majority black fucking nation and we don't. That makes no sense. We're the blueprint. We are used as a model. And this is also historic. Even going back to fucking Stokely Carmichael, who has talked about this. Like, historically, like, activists have talked about this. Global black activists have talked about using black Americans as a model. Oh, we weren't even proud. We weren't even proud of fucking wearing our own traditional garb until we seen them wearing dashikis in Harlem and wearing their natural hair in Harlem and having the black power fist raised. That was an inspiration for us here in Africa. These are real words. But y'all want to talk about just because we live in America that we need y'all for sustainability of our activism? Read a book. How many times have I said that during this fucking live stream? They don't know who we are at all. They do not know us. They don't know us. They don't know us. Their majority black country still colonized minds. Pan-Africanism looks good on paper, but as a concept is flawed. I'm beyond lost. I've always known we were great, so thanks but no thanks for the help. I'm not waiting on y'all. CAs will only come here and steal from BAs like they're already doing now. Let's be completely clear. All these majority black countries but don't even own their own countries. Africa has been mostly black and still has apartheid. I guess what people are saying is that there's strength in numbers. That's it. DACS have always been innovative and found a way for ourselves. We really don't need ties anywhere else because we never had it before. Y'all need us. I don't break bread with enemies. Sometimes I feel like it's just a flip of projection. Folks consistently telling black Americans that we need everyone else, but in reality, folks need us. That gentle anti-American sentiment is strong. Thank you. Like, what? What are y'all talking about? You could say there's strength in numbers, sis, but let's be real. BAs never had their numbers, but we still got shit done. Right. Like, we were always a minority, and we still got shit done. Still. We run the whole culture of the world. Literally, that's not even an exaggeration. 50 million people, 13% of the American population, 50 million people run the global culture. But we need y'all? All right, bitch. You know, hey, cool, hey, well. If anything, y'all should be trying to link up and back us. That should be the fucking mindset. How about we support those black Americans? Instead of lecturing us on how we need y'all for sustainability. Oh, what? If black Americans disappeared tomorrow, nobody would know what to do. Nobody. White people wouldn't know what to do. Foreign blacks wouldn't know what to do. Non-black POCs wouldn't know what to do. The whole world would be running around like motherfucking chickens with their heads cut off if black Americans disappeared tomorrow. Running around. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? White people already still, like, follow every single shit that we do. Like, they always have done. Don't watch it, Racy Crandom girl. Look at this coon-ass nigga on the fucking cop side. Watts is the motherland. I love Dumb Kenny. I love that song. Watts is the motherland. Inglewood to Compton, South Central coming in. Love to the east side, but Watts is the motherland. And I remember when that song came out, people were so offended. But, like, Watts is his motherland. Like, niggas from Compton. Inclusivity. Wait. Your points about integration made me rethink a lot of things about civil rights. Inclusivity could have its perks, but people have twisted it and molded it to a point of no return. They hated your integration video, of course, too revolutionary. My thoughts are just like on another, I don't know, my thoughts. I used to feel like so weird when I was like younger, because I used to be like, my thoughts are not like other people's thoughts. I used to be like, my brain is on backwards. I know I've said that even in videos, like my brain is on backwards or something. Because like 1,000 people will say X, and I'll be like, no, X is not it. That's not it. It's Y and motherfucking Z is what it is. And then people be like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Like I'm bugging out. The U.S. has plenty of allies, and they have never come here to help us. It doesn't really matter to have ties. I didn't grow up on Pan-Africanism, thank God. World lover. As Seren said, no black population or countries outside of America is trying to make their country a superpower. Where can Pan-Africanism work or how? Foreign blacks come to compete with us and they win because white people look at them through a different scope. And that's true. And that's true. That's really a fact. People have done studies on it, written books on it, comedy bits, essays, statistics support it. Like, that's a fact. Foreign blacks come to compete with us and they win because white people look at them through a different scope. So all that we're all the same because white people view us the same is a lie, number one, from jump. It's a false narrative because we're not all looked at the same. From jump, white people look at black immigrants as better than us. So even when people start off the conversation by saying, well, we're all the same because whites view us the same, that's a lie, number one. Start there. Number two, people need to figure out what is their black identity outside of the white gaze anyway. How do we determine who we are in terms of our ethnicity, nationality, culture, heritage, history outside of the white gaze anyway? Determine our uniqueness within the diaspora and build up our own countries instead of coming here and fighting over limited resources anyway. But people can't even start at start. They can't even start at start, which is foreign blacks come to compete with us and they win because white people look at them through a different scope. That's start. People can't even start there because they we're all black, we're all seen the same, we're all treated the same, we all have the same opportunities, we're all the same, we're all the same. They can't even start at the start point. They can't even be honest and start at the start point. So to me, that means, like, you can't be part of the solution if you can't even start at the start point and admit the problem. So you on the wrong side. And I'm not arguing about it. Because ain't no argument. That's just the truth. Other black nations mind their business and were killed by cops, but when Bring Back Our Girls was happening, we were cursed out for not retweeting. You never saw Trayvon on an African newspaper. They're replacing us with black immigrants. Look at the Ivies. International links ain't even helping international people. White people in China run their countries and resources that they're the majority in. We don't worship whiteness like they do. That's the problem. Boy, have times changed, Seren. Now a lot of people think that way. Segregation was not bad. Yeah, that video is an old, that's why I call it an oldie but a goodie. I think it came out in maybe 2014. So like 4 years ago, I made that video. And people was like not having it. I was like, whatever. That's kind of how it goes, though. It's like I make a video. That's what they be calling me, Negro Damas. It should be funny. I make a video, everybody say I'm bugging out, and then like 3-4 years later, people be like, oh, actually, that bitch Seren had a point. You'd be way ahead of your time. We're still too nice. No more secrets. Trini blocked him? Real Trini, what did he say? Oh, he just kept asking you if DACS get a state, would they still be dominant globally? Why would we not be? Bitch, we the shit now. We gonna remain the shit. We gonna continue to be the shit. The end. We're different. We are just different. Annoying as fuck with these hypotheticals. As Seren has said, integration has placed us too close to whiteness, to seeking it and centering it in our lives. When we say we're different, they get mad that they don't possess our greatness and they can't buy into it. Now that we want a line drawn, they're acting a fool. Ugh. Look at this fat white fucking slob. You better cut that thing off. Now he about to, woo! The book's on Amazon. It's called So About That. A year of contemporary essays on race and pop culture. It's also available for digital download on Gumroad. Numbers don't mean shit. Look at the Revolutionary War and guerrilla warfare. Bitch, 300. Which was, it's funny because, you know what? I'm not even going to go there either. BAs are doing what we got to do. We get vilified for it. Reminds me of that sketch where the white folks sold all the black folks to some aliens. I can't think of the name. I know what you're talking about. That was based off a short story. We're watching Hoodlum, She Gold. Why are there no programs to help the educated black Americans go to Africa and make use of their knowledge? Instead, Africans source Cuban doctors and Chinese engineers instead of seeking black. Right. But then they tell us we need them for sustainability solely because they live in majority black nations. Like, shut up. You're not even on our side. Shut up. Shut up. I'm a Sagittarius. Bill Duke doesn't get enough credit for his work. I agree. Brittany, I see you typing in all caps. You was getting hot. But are you DACS? You can be born here, but are you black American? Answer the question. American and black Americans are different. That's why we have these problems. Are you DACS? I'm asking. Brittany, he was deflecting. I know I never did the Myers-Briggs personality thing. I kept meaning to. I started it, but it's so many questions. Y'all know I'm a lazy Akata. I can't be answering all them questions, y'all. Y'all know we don't like to do work, and you know we don't like to read, and we're just not built for that. We just like to sit on our ass and smoke cigs all day and collect welfare. Y'all know how us niggers be. You know we don't read. I mean, I want to do it. I'm gonna do it at some point. He couldn't answer. I now know the truth. Read. What are words? I was like, we're gonna take that word away from them, and they're gonna be real mad. They're gonna be mad. In this movie, they had a full-on war with the white people. They had a full war. Where were the Africans? Where was the African links supporting them while they were having this war with the white people? Huh? There's no reciprocity. What's an INTJ? If I had to guess, I'd say you're an INTJ. Oh, I might have got it. I'll look, Queen. Oh, Katricia, was the Cardi B video for you, you said? That bitch was a op. No way was he DACS. Facts. I was like, no, Seren, not Cardi. Then I was like, damn, you right, though. I feel like that's how people felt about Bruno, too. Because people, like, love Bruno. That's why they got so mad. Because they love him, but they couldn't dispute none of what I was saying. So that shit hurt. Shit that I say be hitting people in the chest. They be like, no! I think they feel like I be taking shit away from them that they like. I don't mean to. I just say what I think. Hey, thank you, Razy Crandom Girl. Yeah, so about that on Amazon. And it says my name by Seren Sensei. Year of essays, contemporary essays on race and pop culture. If the world wasn't all up in our culture, I doubt we'd care. Historically, Black Americans haven't gone out of our way to share our culture. The world finds it intriguing. We just be doing us. Right, we just be chilling. And no, that's what I'm saying. Nobody ever helps us, supports us. We don't ask for help. We don't do shit. We just be chilling. We just be chilling. And people follow us around. Shit is weird. The 13% number is an inaccurate lowball. White population numbers are overinflated due to immigrants claiming they're white, for example. I mean, I agree. That just means that, I mean, the census in general skews low. Because you can't count everyone. It's, like, literally impossible. So, the census in general skews low. So, it's 50 million of us as a lowball. Like, it's most likely more of us. Like, people really be acting like it's only 8 of us. Like, it's a lot of us. Read what are words. A cot of these nuts. Hold my nuts. Right, somebody give me my cigarettes, a 40, and a bridge card. My trap line. Cosmic Slop. The movie was called Cosmic Slop. That's the movie where the aliens want all the black people. Andy Garcia, I getting lazier and lazier in this movie. Yo, I thought the same thing. That shit started just a little bit lazy and I was just drifting. It's drifting. It's drifting. It's drifting. Shit, if the aliens treat us better, I have no issue with going to Mars by Earth. I love how when other people complain about Seren's arguments, it's never about the arguments, but rather how she's rude and abrasive and confrontational. I'll be like, yeah, okay, but did you die? That should be funny. Did I miss something? Did something get redacted? Oh, soybeans redacted something. You do. That truth is too hard to argue with. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I also kind of think of myself as like an alarm clock, sort of. Because, like, nobody likes an alarm clock, right? Like, you having your nice good sleep, your nice rest. The alarm clock, annoying as fuck, goes off. It's beeping all loud in your ear. You throw that shit across the room. You be like, fuck you, alarm clock. But, like, all the alarm clock's trying to do is, like, wake you up. Look at these Tommy guns. Yes, all white people is still my favorite. She literally explained all the thoughts I had in my head and wondered if I was the only one who thought like that. You know, that video has like 7,000 downvotes. People were like, you can't say this. You can't say all white people are racist. Seren be telling the truth. It sets you free. She's not in charge of your happiness. Seren be like, I know this shit hurts and I am not sorry. They have that short story in video form of the black people being sold to aliens here on YouTube. I think it's called Space Traders. So the movie is Cosmic Slop. The short story is Space Traders, for anyone that wants to look it up. Cosmic Slop and Space Traders. Real Trini said, nah, I'm a morning person. Razy Crandom Girl. People be like, let me sleep. Some folks just aren't nuanced enough to dissect the core principles of an argument being made. Some people just can't see past appearances. Sure, I believe you, but my Tommy gun don't. It's my movie. Resend me the email. Thank you, Queen. That yes, all white people video is what got me to sub on the spot. That's why you're my favorite YouTuber. You keep it 100. Thank you, Alexia. Cosmic Slop was a show. George Clinton. Space Traders was the sketch. I have all of Seren's videos in a playlist. Like free education, better than what I received in school. Thank you. Woo, jigaboo. A oldie but a goodie. Racial slur. Yeah, that's because you're a fucking idiot. Yo, people in New York say fuck so much. Jesus. That's so believable. If Luciano wants a fucking war, I'll fucking splatter the fucking streets with his fucking blood. Alright. Hey, you're a New Yorker. I believe you. I believe you. Sounded like MJ's Thriller laugh. Well, I mean, technically, MJ's Thriller laugh was Vincent Price, who was white. That laugh was the fucking dude laughing with the Tommy gun at Home Alone. That's what they were referencing. Let me not say. That's what they were referencing. I believe you, but my Tommy gun don't. That's what Razy Crandom Girl was referencing. Home Alone. That fucking little fake movie that they had that Kevin used to watch. I see Home Alone like 97 bajillion million times. Never heard the word jigaboo until I watched the Ruby Bridges movie. I love old school racial slurs. People had style then. Jigaboo, right? Nowadays, they just call you a nigger. Like, damn. I mean, they called us niggers back then too, but they had some little creativity. Yeah, just go ahead and die already. Fuck was my first word. Fuck was your first word, Davy? Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Killed that bitch. Shot her. Woo! Got your ass too. Everybody died in this movie. Sometimes I hate watching period movies like Rosewood or Roots because the imagery and language hurts my heart. It's disturbing. I mean, I agree. That's how I feel about watching video clips of people getting shot and stuff. I can't watch that stuff. I would never tell people, like, don't watch it. I mean, I don't like telling people what to do, as you guys know. But, like, I personally can't watch it. Home Alone pops the Christmas season off. I have to watch them every year, all of them. Which one's your favorite one, Brittany? Now Andy Garcia got some glasses for that eye. He should have been put some glasses on for that lazy thing. Drifting. It probably just got worse and worse because, you know, movies take like months to film. And then by the end, they were like, sir, you need glasses. Yeah, just nickel. I agree. I think it wears down the soul too. The second one, Lost in New York. I think that's my favorite too, because it's in New York. Right, because black suffering is not torture porn. When the Levees Broke, I watched When the Levees Broke in New Orleans at the aquarium, because, you know, at the aquarium they have the big IMAX theater, like, screen. And that's actually where I watched When the Levees Broke. And I watched some other documentaries there, too. I And that shit was very intense. They used to have the whole thing on YouTube. I don't know if it's still on there, though. Facts, I hate seeing the shootings in social media. When I saw the Philando Castile video, I vomited. I don't know how they feel comfortable plastering shit like that on the news. I have a video called Police Brutality is Not Torture Porn where I say that. And I also say, like, the fact that they feel comfortable showing that type of stuff on the news. But, like, remember when that fucking reporter bitch got killed? That dude walked up and shot her in the head? They wouldn't show that on the news. When these white journalists get beheaded and shit in Saudi Arabia and stuff like that, they don't show that shit on the news. Or they show it, like, blurred out. But they will fucking have Walter Scott looped on the news while people are at the gym. I agree that, number one, I think that's a tactic to scare us. And to also normalize it so that people don't feel no type of way about seeing it. I don't watch that shit. I talked about it in the video, if you haven't seen the video. Police brutality is not torture porn. I can't watch it either, and the media keeps playing it over and over to desensitize us to Black Death. Yes, but when it's white people, they give a warning saying it's too graphic. Yes, exactly. Yes, where he missed the flight. Kevin! I mean, really, Kevin's mom should have had CPS fucking called on her. Like, bitch, you're not keeping track of your kids. How your kid ended up in a whole different city, bitch. You ended up in Miami, he ended up in New York. Somebody called Child Protective Services. I've been to the IMAX. It's huge. It is huge. Very intense. All 4 parts of when the levees broke. I haven't watched police brutality vids in years. They make me cry. Oh, he was quoting something? Sorry. I'll unblock him. Sorry. I just saw that one standalone comment. I didn't see what came before it. That part. And I tried scrolling up, but you can only scroll but so far. I unblocked him. Dominique, you leaving? They treat our deaths like such spectacles. Blacks are done so fucking dirty. People like empathy, and very few of us have empathy, which is why people share those videos like wildfire. Don't get desensitized to violence against us. I did. I just unblocked James, Queen. I did it. You're back now, though. Sorry. My apologies. My apologies, James. I thought that was a different person. Because I saw some of the other stuff, but I thought that was a different person that had the same name. Just like what they did on the plantation, they put the dead bodies on display to let the other slaves know what the fuck was up. It's done for black psychological damage. Those Home Alone movies were my jam. She never kept up with her kids. Oh, thank you, Monica. Liam Neeson's family getting taken. He's legit a bad father. I just added some mods. I'm a bad mod. Y'all are better than me. Hi, Muna. Thank you. It's done like the slave whippings make everyone come out to watch the torture to train the other blacks that when you step out of line, this will happen to you. And I feel like they actually do that with, like, white supporters that get killed, too. They be like, this what happens if you fucking support. You get stabbed up on the bus in Portland. Home Alone 2 was epic. Yeah, sorry, James, that was my bad. Oh, off topic, but Seren, I'm glad you don't do length checks. I don't care. He had a great time torturing those robbers. So nobody gonna bring up Home Alone 3 and 4. What was 4? I know 3 was with the... 3 was pretty funny, but I don't know. It wasn't Kevin. Queen, I made you one too. Four has somebody in a smart house? Yeah. I didn't see 4 either. The movie just went off. Since I unblocked James, are his other comments gonna come back or are they gone? That sucks. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, they did. Damn. That was rude of me. It is annoying that I can only scroll up but so far. It like won't let me. It should like let me scroll up fucking further. Shit is annoying. There's 4 Home Alones? Oh, 3 and 4. I saw the 3rd one. I never saw a 4th one. I didn't know they had a 4th one. I agree that the 2nd one is the best one. Say New York. I like The Good Son with Elijah Wood. That's a good movie. That shit's wild. I'd be like, see, some kids are evil. Some kids are evil. Oh, you guys are talking about that Texas story. I think the 4th one was either straight to DVD or an ABC Family. The 3rd one was like some Russian computer spy chip. The chip was in like a toy and the kid got the toy and the people were trying to come get the toy from his house. And he was like he was home alone because he was like sick or something. And he was like fucking with them. I never knew they had a 4th one though. No, the 3rd one wasn't Macaulay Culkin. The 4th one I never saw. Yeah, The Good Son had Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. And Macaulay Culkin was like evil. He was like really evil. And Elijah Wood was his cousin that came to live with him because Elijah Wood's parents died. So he went to go live with Macaulay Culkin and Macaulay Culkin's mom and little sister. And Macaulay Culkin was trying to kill his little sister, too. And, like, throw her out onto thin ice. And he was trying to just kill everybody. He poisoned all the food. He poisoned all the food in the house. And he told Elijah Wood that he poisoned the food. So then Elijah Wood took all the food out of the refrigerator and was, like, throwing it all away. And they were trying to make it seem like Elijah Wood was the bad one and that Macaulay Culkin was the good one. And Elijah Wood was like, no, Macaulay Culkin is evil. He's trying to kill everybody. And nobody would believe him. Like when he threw the sister out onto the thin ice, then he tried to say it was an accident. It was wild. I used to watch that show all the time when I was a kid. I used to be like side-eyeing other little kids. Yeah, Monica. You talking about kids that are sociopaths? Yeah. Monica said the good son was wild. I've most definitely worked with sociopathic kids. They're very charming and calculated, but the stories you hear from their family are about how terrified they are of them. Y'all talking about Law & Order SVU. Do you guys remember the Law & Order SVU episode that was about the kid that was a sociopath? And he fucking drowned the dog? He tied the dog's leash to the fucking faucet and put the dog in the bathtub and drowned the fucking dog? I was like, this kid has to go. And they wasn't trying to shoot the kid? And the kid was, like, trying to kill other kids and shit? I was like, no, y'all have to kill this kid. Sorry. Y'all have to kill this fucking kid. He was so evil, but the movie was great. He was a sociopath. He was killing animals and trying to murder his sister. He was like, you don't want to fuck with me. Yay, welcome new mods. We talking about The Good Son. Yeah, I saw Orphan. That movie was weird. Elijah Wood was so sweet in that movie. He was out here saving lives, and they're out here protecting a crazy-ass boy. I really remember the scene where he was, like, taking all the food out of the refrigerator because Macaulay Culkin poisoned the food. And he was, like, throwing all the food away and, like, throwing all the food in the sink and, like, putting it down the disposal. And the mom was like, what are you doing? Because, like, it looked like he was bugging out. But Macaulay Culkin poisoned the food. He poisoned something in the fridge, but he wouldn't tell Macaulay Culkin what specifically was poisoned. So Macaulay Culkin just threw it all away. That shit was wild. Y'all saw that? The SVU episode? It wasn't even his dog. Yes, it was the neighbor's dog. It was the neighbor's dog. He had, like, knocked on the neighbor's door, and the other little kid let him in. And he was like, the reason why they even found out was because he was abusing his little sister. And then he tried to blame it on and this is in the SVU episode, not in the movie, The Good Son. He was like abusing his little sister. And the people at the school saw and like called the police. And then they interviewed the brother first, and the brother tried to blame the nanny. He tried to say that the nanny was the one abusing the sister. So then they brought in the nanny, and the nanny was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I never laid hands on those kids. And then they were like, oh, well, fucking whatever his name was, Chris said you did. And then she was like, that little kid is a psycho. She was like, he's a mean little boy, and he does horrible, nasty things. And that's when they started fucking investigating the kid and realizing that the kid was a fucking nut. And then the kid pulled a gun on one of the SVU agents. That episode was, I was like, y'all have to kill this kid. I would have been shot this kid in the stomach. Like, sorry, little kid. They wanted to save him. He had the blinders on his parents. First sign of a sociopath is killing animals. Elijah had to have looked crazy. He did. He was like taking all the food out. He did look like he was bugging out. I was always told that killing small animals is a sign of a sociopath. Yeah, they typically torture animals more than just killing them. If you kill animals, humans are next. Sounds about white. Thank you, James. I should make James a mod because I accidentally just blocked you. That's what happens when you foresee evil. You end up looking like the crazy one. Facts. Facts. That's a sign of a serial killer. The way he was ripping the food from the shelves, he looked determined to save them. He was so scared. Oh, The Walking Dead. You talking about the little girl on Walking Dead lost it too. The Walking Dead, Lizzie killed her sister. They had to take her out. I couldn't believe it. And Carol was the one that did it too. I was like, oh, she had to go. She should have been killed her. 'Cause she was fucking feeding the fucking zombies rats and bringing them up to the fucking fence. And when they hoard and push against the fence, they could push the shit down. But Carol didn't want to kill her because fucking Sophia, the whole Sophia situation, even though that little girl was not motherfucking Sophia. Kid sociopaths are very charming. Torturing, killing animals, lighting things on fire, bedwetting, and abuse are signs of a sociopath. I didn't know that. Yeah, we're about to go. I'm about to go, Clarissa. Yeah, I took my braids all the way out. I'm about to go. We just started talking about The Good Son and talking about sociopathic kids and talking about that episode of Walking Dead and also the sociopath episode of Law and Order SVU where the kid drowned the damn dog and pulled a gun on one of the officers. I mean, I haven't watched Walking Dead in a long ass time, but The Good Son was good movie. And that episode of Law and Order was good too. And that storyline about Lizzie on The Walking Dead was good too. Because people don't really like to talk about sociopathic children. That kind of just, I think that just goes against the way that we see kids. So people don't like to really talk about it, but it happens. So oh, you paused the movie, you got 20 minutes left. You did a presentation on the topic of child serial killers in high school? Oh, so you an expert. I quit The Walking Dead after they had to leave town and Carol got shot in the eye. Next week, we're watching Underworld with Michael Ealy. Whichever one that is. Because I didn't even know Michael Ealy was in one, so I definitely haven't seen it. So that's what we're watching next week. Because we said we were going to do Hoodlum. And then we were going to do Underworld. And then after Underworld, I want to do Daughters of the Dust. Because they put I saw that they put Daughters of the Dust on a platform. And somebody told me it was Netflix. So after Underworld, I want to do Daughters of the Dust. So Underworld, the one with Michael Ealy. So whichever one that is. The third one? Alright, the third one. And then, after that, Daughters of the Dust. So, are we ready for next week? This was fun. This was a nice chat. Thank you to everyone that did Super Chat. Underworld Awakening. Just Nickel just put it. So next week is Underworld Awakening. And then a week after that, I want to do Daughters of the Dust. Alright. So, that was fun. I'll see you guys next week. Clarissa said my head looks small. My head is small. I don't really have a big head. Y'all see my forehead little. Anyways, bye. See y'all next week.